Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto was a direct descendant of Uzumaki bloodline. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by Lou Phantom and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. Chapter 1 The Abusive Cries. Naruto, 4 years old, walking around the village. The orphanage just threw him out to live on the streets. They called him a monster, the demon spawn, murderer, killer, demon child, demon brat, etc. Today was his 4th birthday and the festival for their precious 4th Hokage's death and the success of bring down the Kyuubi. Or that's what the younger generation thought. Naruto stumbled upon a mask shop and was looking at a fox mask. Ah sorry, welcome to the hay. Demons aren't allowed here. Get out of here you demon spawn. Yelled the man. But I didn't do anything. Here take the mask. Just get out of here. Yelled the man who threw the mask at Naruto. Naruto turned around and left running. While he was crying he ran into a man. I'm sorry Mr. Naruto bowed. Oh it's okay monster. Of course it's you. Hey boys let's put this monster in his place. Yelled the drunk man. Naruto turned around and found a bunch of drunken guys running his way. Naruto turned around and started running for his life. The drunken guys yelling insults and chasing the child. He turned and ended up in the middle of the village. Everyone was looking at him. Then, he was pushed to the ground. He whimpered in pain. The drunken men surround him. The men took out their weapons and looked at Naruto. Boy, look who we got here boys, a demon. Said one. We should teach the brat a lesson, he won't ever forget. Said another. For once I agree, let's teach this kid a lesson. Said the leader. The men ganged up on Naruto, started kicking him in the stomach, back, legs and head. Naruto was crying from all the pain. All the citizens on the street snicker except for a few. They were all Jonin ninja, Kakashi, Guy, Asuma, Kurinia and Anko. Naruto was full of bruises and bleeding. One of the drunken men pulled out their kunais. Now let's see if the monster can deal with this. Said the leader and a few others pulled out their kunais. The Jonin saw the weapons and they ran over as fast as they can, but they were too late. The leader stabbed Naruto in the back, leg and arm. Naruto screamed in pain. Kurinia was the first one to arrive. She grabbed Naruto's head and cooed him. Anko and Asuma got all the drunken guys and Kakashi and Guy checked Naruto's wounds. He was bleeding severely. Medics. Yelled Kakashi. I go and get the Hokage as fast as you can. Said Kakashi. I nodded and took one last look at Naruto who was crying in Kurinia's lap. SHSH Naruto, all the pain will go away here soon. Said Kurinia. Anko and Asuma finished tying the unconscious drunk men and ran towards Naruto. Is Gaki going to be alright? Asked Anko. I don't know, but Guy is already getting the Hokage. We have to pull out the kunyas before they get infected. Said Kakashi. Okay Naruto, we have to pull out the kunyas or it will get infected. Said Kurinia. Naruto nodded and Anko touched the kunai on his leg and started to pull it out. Naruto started to scream and cry harder. He started moving, but Asuma and Kakashi held him down. Kurinia cooed him and held his head on her lap. When the kunai was pulled out, Anko wrapped his leg. She went for the one on his arm. Since it was the easiest to pull out. She grabbed the kunai and pulled it out as fast as she can and wrapped his arm. Then, she went for the worst, they took off Naruto's shirt and all the Jonins gasped. Kurinia and Anko started crying and Asuma and Kakashi was angry. They saw Naruto's ribs, obviously starved and with deep scars on his back and stomach. Anko was trembling when she reached for the kunai. She grabbed it and yanked it out. Naruto screamed so loud, Suna heard it. Anko wrapped the bandages around his chest. Kurinia held Naruto like a baby while he cried on her shoulder. The Hokage and Guy arrived and gasped when he saw Naruto's chest and back. Guy was angry and the Hokage was furious and disappointed in himself for letting this happen. Naruto soon passed out of exhaustion. Kurinia and Anko were crying their eyes out. Why would someone do this to a child who isn't even 5 yet? Yelled Kakashi. I don't know but all I know is that those bastards will be going to Ibiki and Anko. The Hokage stated while pointing towards the direction of the unconscious men. It will be my pleasure. Said Anko who was drying up her eyes. I go and get Inochi, he will be able to look into his memories. I nodded and looked for Inochi. The rest of you, get him to the hospital. The others carried Naruto to the hospital. Oh Naruto, what am I going to do with you? I have failed your father and now I have failed you. I am so sorry Naruto. Thought the Hokage. Chapter 2 The Heritage Revealed. After Naruto got out of the hospital, the Hokage showed him to his new apartment. Naruto was amazed, he never seen an apartment before. The Hokage instructed Naruto to sit on the bed. He got up and placed some quiet seals across the room. Naruto, this is an SS class secret, you can't tell anyone about this or you will put yourself in a lot of danger. Naruto nodded. Okay, well, this is about your parents. Okajiji, please tell me about my parents. Begged Naruto. Okay Naruto, but no interrupting. Well, let's see. Your mother was Kushina Uzumaki, the heiress of Yuzushiogakure. She was one of the greatest kunoichi of the village. She earned the nickname Red Hot-Blooded Habanero or Red Hot Habanero. She was the second Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Naruto's eyes widen. She was a very nice and gentle woman, but when you get her mad, her red hair splits to 9 strands. It looks like she had 9 tails. Naruto, she was also in a clan called the Uzumaki clan. The Uzumaki clan was one of the feared clans in the nations. The Uzumakis were direct descendants of the Sage of the Six Paths, along with their branch clan, the Senji, who used to belong in the same clan. The Senji and Uzumakis were cousins. The females of pure Uzumaki blood possess a bloodline Kanzen Tentai. Because of the rarity of activation of the male bloodline, the Rinnegan. The eyes are the rebirth of the Sage of the Six Paths. The Uzumaki clan is sadly gone. Only a handful of them escape by war. They were scattered across the nation. The only way you usually know they are ad Uzumaki is that their hair is bright red. The Uzumaki clan was known for their Fuinjutsu. This reputation earned them renown and fear worldwide, which eventually led to the destruction of Yuzushiogakure. Your mother died giving birth to you. That means you are heir of the Uzumaki clan. You mean I might still have family out there? Yes. Stated the Hokage. Now who was my father? Your father was Minato Namikaze. Naruto's eyes widened and gasped. He was the Yondium Hokage, the fourth. He was known as Konoha's Yellow Flash because of his speed. He died during the Nine Tails attack because he sacrificed his life to seal part of the Nine Tails into a newborn. Who was the newborn? Naruto, you were. Naruto's eyes widened and gasped. A couple of tears ran down his face. Why? Why would my father do that to me? Did they even love me? Naruto yelled while sobbing. Naruto, they loved you very much. They had a countdown date for you. He believed that you could control the Kyuubi's power. The other reason was because only Uzumakis could live the Nine Tails. Your mother was already dying and you were the only Uzumaki left in the village. Then, there was silence which felt like hours. Okay, I get why Tsunade did it and I forgive him. Said Naruto. Okay Naruto, I think you should go to bed. Yes, Hokage. But little did they know, there's someone watching from the window with a long sword on their back. Chapter 3, The Kidnapping. Naruto was sound asleep and the guy at the window was Kisame Hoshigaki. Kisame's mission from Kiri was to take the Jinchuriki to Kiri as a weapon. Personally, Kisame thought it was wrong, but it was a mission. So Kisame climbed in from the window. Naruto was about to scream for help until Kisame put his hand over his mouth and shoved Naruto into a big black bag. Kisame jumped out of the window and headed towards Kiri. After about an hour he ended up in fields near a barn. He went by a cave and sat in it. He opened up the bag and to find a scared crying Naruto. Why are you doing this? What did I do wrong? It is a mission I got to bring you to Kiri. Said Kisame. Hell no. I won't let you do that, help me. Screamed Naruto as loud as he could. Nagato and Konan. Nagato, why are we out here so late? Asked Konan. Well, I found a cave and it looks beautiful, but not as beautiful as you. Aw, Nagato, she hugged and kissed her husband. Hell no. I won't let you do that, help me, they heard. Nagato, it sounds like a child, let's go, said Konan, and Nagato ran as fast as they could toward the sound. They saw a child in a bag, sobbing. Sorry kid, but orders are orders plus no one can hear you. Laughed Kisame. Help, please help me, I've been kidnapped. Yelled Naruto sobbing. Okay, kid, shut the hell up. Yelled Kisame and shoved a rag into Naruto's mouth. Naruto realized he couldn't move. Kisame tied him up. Nagato watched in horror, the child had no shirt and saw his scars and obviously starved. Nagato pulled Konan to the side and hugged his crying wife. Nagato, we have to help him. He looks no older than 4. Who would do such a thing to a child? Whispered Konan. I agree, I will use my Rinnegan. Konan, use your paper justice and cut the child's rope off. Watch out, that ninja is Kisame Hoshigaki, he is an S-rank ninja. Okay Nagato, let's save him. Back to Naruto. Naruto was sobbing. He knew nobody would save him. Nobody ever helped him but the Hokage and Hinata. Then he heard a noise in front of the cave and looked up. Let the kid go, Kisame Hoshigaki, said a man. Oh, here we have the famous Nagato Uzumaki, the Rinnegan user. Said Kisame. Naruto's eyes widened. He realized the red hair, his last name Uzumaki. It was his family. Then he saw a beautiful woman appear behind Nagato. She was using hand signs and saw small papers came out. The paper reached to Naruto and saw the paper cutting the rope. He looked up at her and she smiled. I won't say it again, Kisame, let him go or I will force you to. Said Nagato, activating his Rinnegan. You will have to get through me to get the kid. Said Kisame. Fine. Bansho Tenin, said Nagato. Water release. Water shark bullet technique, said Kisame. Nagato pulled Kisame to a wall while cancelling Kisame's jutsu. Nagato looked back to see Konan untying the child. As soon as the child was untied, Konan opened her arms. The child ran to Konan and hugged her. She picked him up and cooed him, whispering everything's going to be okay. When the child stopped crying, Konan looked at him. What is your name? Asked Konan. Naruto Uzumaki, what is yours? Her eyes widened. Konan Uzumaki, I got married into the Uzumaki clan. Naruto's eyes widened and he hugged her again. She saw Nagato look at Naruto. Child, please close your eyes until I say it's okay. Konan, cover his ears please, said Nagato. Konan nodded and Naruto covered his eyes while Konan covered his ears. Now, Kisame, I told you had a chance to live or die, but you chose wrong to mess with me and this little boy. You will pay for your actions for what you caused, stated Nagato. Nagato took out a kunai and stabbed it into his head. Kisame howled in pain until he saw blackness. I release, whispers Nagato and burned Kisame's body. Nagato reached over and took his sword. Konan, it's good, now let's see who this little boy is, said Nagato. Konan nodded and told Naruto to look. Hello, what's your name? Asked Nagato. Naruto Uzumaki. Nagato's eyes widened. He had family and never knew. You're in Uzumaki? Stammered Nagato. Yes, and I know your family because the Hokage said usual any with bright red hair and to know I have found family, sobbed Naruto. Naruto, where are your parents? Asked Konan, seeing that her husband is shocked and lost in words. I don't have any. Since the day I was born I was an orphan, cried Naruto. Konan and Nagato were shocked when they heard that. Naruto, do you want to come home with us? Asked Nagato. Yes please. Okay, Konan, ready to go? Yep, let's go home, she said. Chapter 4, Family, Bloodline, Secrets. They arrived home. Konan gave Naruto Nagato's old clothing and told him to wash up. Nagato and Konan sat at the kitchen table. Ho-chan, how do you feel about adopting Naruto? He is family, said Nagato. I thought you would never ask Naga-kun, said Konan. Konan got up and passionately kissed Nagato on the lips. When they broke apart, Nagato looked into her eyes. Have I ever told you how beautiful you are? Yes, plenty of time, Naga-kun. Konan turned and sat on Nagato's lap. After about 10 minutes, Naruto arrived downstairs to see Konan and Nagato smiling at him. Naruto, we got a question for you, said Nagato. Yes. How about you join our fam? Nagato didn't get to finish. Naruto ran over and hugged them crying. Yes. Yes, I will love to join your family. Nagato and Konan smiled and hugged Naruto. Then, Konan remembered Naruto's scars and his starvation. She was going to that ask later. Naruto-kun, would you like dinner now? Asked Konan. Yep. Please, Ha-chan. Nagato, honey, are you okay? She asked, seeing Nagato crying. Yes, I am just so happy that I found family after all this time. I thought I was alone with you, Konan, but I wouldn't ask for a better family. Oh, Tsunade. He ran over and hugged Nagato. Nagato bent over and picked up Naruto crying into his shoulder. Konan just smiled and started making salmon and rice. She turned to see Nagato playing games with Naruto. After that, she saw Nagato ruffle through Naruto's hair. She smiled to her new family. Then, she saw dinner was ready. So, she made the table and set the food down. Dinner's ready, she said. Yay, dinner. Smells yummy, said Naruto. Indeed, smells great, Ko-chan, stated Nagato. Konan blushed at the praise and Nagato chuckled at Naruto's overexcited personality. They sat down and started eating. Ha-chan, this is yummy, said Naruto. Thanks, Naruto-kun. Hey, Naruto-kun, I got a question, said Nagato. Yes, what is it, Tsunade? Who were your parents? I will tell you, but you can't tell anyone. If you do, I will be in grave danger, said Naruto. They both nodded. My mother was Kushina Uzumaki, heiress of Uzushiogakure. Which makes me heir of Uzushiogakure and all that stuff. My father was Minato Namikaze, the Yondium Hokage, said Naruto as Konan and Nagato's eyes almost bulged out. A few tears came out of both their eyes. Ha-chan, Tsunade. You're Kushina and Minato's boy? Asked Konan. Yep. They were very close to us. Kushina thought of Nagato as a brother when Keija, her brother, died. Really? Yep, Minato was like a brother to me. When they died, Nagato and I went into depression, but we remembered Yuhiko's words and it helped us through it, said Konan. Naruto smiled. Nagato told Naruto stories of how they met and their adventures. After they finished eating, they sat in the living room. Naruto-kun, where did you live? Asked Konan. Konoha, the people there hate me, said Naruto. Naruto, take off your shirt, said Nagato, remembering the scars. Naruto nodded and did what he was told. Nagato and Konan gasped, seeing scars as long as a kunai. They saw deep recent scars across his back and saw one where a weapon was. Stabbed into his shoulder. Nagato and Conan were furious. "Naruto, who did this to you?" yelled Conan. "Some of the villagers and shinobi." "Why would they do this to you?" asked Nagato. "Because they hate me for something I didn't do." "Naruto, what was your life in the village?" asked Conan. So Naruto told them his story, only having one friend, people treating him badly, isolating him, abusing him, throwing him out of the orphanage at the age of 4 and up till now. Nagato was now showing his killing intent and Conan was sobbing. "Why, Naruto-kun, why would they do that to you?" "Okay, what about when I activated my Rinnegan, I saw red and blue chakra. The blue was pure, but the red gave me the shivers." "What was the red chakra, Naruto-kun?" asked Nagato. "The Imthajinchirika Forthanintales," he said. Conan started to sob and Nagato was furious. Nagato was comforting his wife. Naruto was scared that they hated and feared him too, but Conan and Nagato went to Naruto and hugged him. Naruto was shocked. "Why must people think you're the Kyuubi and not a boy?" asked Conan. "Wait, so you don't hate me, scared of me?" asked a shocked Naruto. "No, Naruto-kun, we love you with all of our hearts." "Who sealed the Kyuubi in you?" asked Nagato. "My real father, Minato Namikaze." They were both shocked then calmed down. "I got an idea, what about we go to Konoha and give them a piece of our mind? We leave tomorrow morning, okay?" said Conan. "Yes, Ka-chan." "Okay, let's show him to his room and we will pack up," said Conan. "Sounds good, Ko-chan," said Nagato. They walked upstairs with little Naruto following them. They arrived at a room with a made bed. The colors of the walls were blue and an Uzumaki crest in orange. It made Naruto smile. "I love it," said Naruto, causing Nagato and Conan to chuckle at his reaction. "Okay, Naruto-kun, go and brush your teeth and get to bed, we will meet you there in a few," said Conan. 5 minutes later, they found Naruto in the bed. Conan and Nagato tucked in Naruto. "Sweet dreams, love," said Conan, giving him a kiss on top of his forehead. "Good night, Naruto-kun," said Nagato, ruffling his hair. Chapter 5, Walking to Konoha. "Good morning, Naruto-kun," said Nagato. "Good morning, Tsunade, I smell something good," said Naruto. "Oh, good morning, Naruto-kun, you're just in time for breakfast," said Conan. Naruto sat at the table with Nagato and Nagato saw a seal on Naruto's head. "Hey, Naruto-kun, come here," said Nagato. "Okay. Just what I thought. It is a Fuinjutsu seal on your head. Simple seal, but it was hard to see. Can I unseal it, Naruto-kun?" asked Nagato. Will it hurt, Tsunade?" "Nope, I promise," assured Nagato. "Okay then, yes, you may unseal it," said Naruto. Nagato made a few hand signs. "Unseal," he said and placed a hand on Naruto's head. Naruto's appearance changed. His gold sun-kissed hair turned red as Nagato's, he grew a few inches taller. Nagato whistled. "Now you look like an uzumaki," said Nagato. "What do you mean, Tsunade?" Conan walked in with breakfast. "Breakfast is what happened to you, Naruto-kun?" asked Conan, raising an eyebrow. "What do you mean, Ka-chan?" "Look in the mirror in the bathroom and you will see." Naruto ran to the bathroom. "Naga-kun, what happened to Naruto-kun?" asked Conan. "Oh, someone put a seal on his head, it apparently changed his real appearance. So I changed it back to his real one," said Nagato. "Well, the red hair on boys usually attracts a lot of girls. Trust me, it got me," she said with a smile. Nagato walked over and kissed her passionately on the lips. They broke apart and looked at each other's eyes. Forehead touching forehead, smiling at each other. "Now, let's go and get the bags. We should leave in a few. Nagato, go and see where Naruto is." "Okay, love." Nagato looked around the house but couldn't find him. He started panicking. He looked outside in the fields to find him in the middle of lavender flowers. He took a deep breath and walked towards Naruto. "Naruto-kun, why are you outside, you scared me," he said. "I'm sorry, Tsunade, the flowers remind me of one of my precious people." "Like who?" Naruto's face turned red, almost the same color as his hair. "Well, I saved her from a couple of bullies. Her name is Hinata Hyuga, heiress of the Hyuga clan. You know all of their eyes are white?" he asked Nagato, who nodded. "Hers is lavender. Her eyes are different. Hers is full of kindness and love. The rest of the Hyuga's eyes are hateful and cold. Every time I try to talk to her, face goes red and stutters. It's like she's sick. Sometimes she even faints," Naruto said with a frown. "Sounds like Naruto's got a crush," teased Nagato, seeing his son's face all red. "And no, I don't. You know the reason why she stutters, faints and her face goes red?" Naruto shook his head. Nagato sighed at his son. "It means she likes you," he said. Naruto smiled and looked at the flowers. He picked one up and gave it to Nagato. "If I were you, Tsunade, I would put this on Ka-chan's ear," he said and left for Conan. Nagato followed him and saw him hugging Conan. It was priceless, just the sight of it. "Hello, Naga-kun, what's that?" She pointed to the flower. Nagato walked over and put the flower next to her ear, she blushed. He leaned down and kissed her ear. "I love you, Conan," he said. She hugged him, he hugged back. "I love you too, Nagato." "And I love you guys," said Naruto in the middle of the hug. "And we love you too, Naruto," said Conan and Nagato. "Now, let's go to Konoha and show them what happened if they mess with our Naruto," said Nagato. "Yeah, let's go," said Naruto. "First, get the bags so I can put them in a scroll," said Nagato. They gathered up the bags and Nagato put them in a scroll. "Tsunade, can you teach me how to do that?" asked Naruto. "Of course, Naruto-kun." "Okay, let's hit the road. It's about a 5-day journey," said Conan. Day 1. 4 hours on the road. "Hey Tsunade, what's the Rinnegan?" The Hokage said I might get it. Nagato's eyes widened with a smile. "I hope you do, Naruto-kun, I could teach you a lot more if you do." Okay, the Rinnegan means Samsara Eye, is reputed as the most exalted eyes amongst the 3 great Taijutsu. Means the 3 great eye techniques, others being the Byakugan and the Sharingan. Rinnegan wielders are said to be sent down from the heavens to become either a god of creation, who will calm the world's disorder, a destroyer who will reduce everything to nothingness. "Here I will show you what it looks like," said Nagato. He activated the Rinnegan. Naruto saw light purple sclera and irides with a purple ripped pattern that spreads from the eyeball. "Wow, Tsunade, are you going to be god of creation? I hope you're not going to be a destroyer." Nagato laughed. "I promise, Naruto-kun." "Okay, hey Kachan, I saw a picture in my room with the orange hair man." "Who is that?" "Oh, that was Yuhiko. He was like a brother to us, but he died because a leader called Hanzo forced Nagato into a position into where either the director kill me in front of them or Nagato will murder Yuhiko." However, not wanting Nagato to be put in that position, Yuhiko drove himself into a kunai that Nagato was holding. With his final breath, he told Nagato to continue their mission of finding peace. Conan said with a few tears coming down her face. "Oh, Tsunade, Kachan, I didn't mean to bring back bad memories. I'm sorry." Naruto hung his head in shame. Nagato ruffled through Naruto's red hair. "It's okay, Naruto-kun, it actually makes me happy to pass a memory of my dear brother on to our child," said Nagato. "Okay, let's set up for camp. Good thing I packed up some food. Naga-kun, can you please put up the tent? Naruto-kun, can you please gather up sticks?" said Conan. "Yes, Kachan." Naruto went into the forest and gathered up some sticks and put them in the middle of camp while Nagato set up the tent and Conan starting up the food. Little did they know, there were bandits watching them. Day 2. Nagato and Conan packed up the tent and started to leave. Naruto smiled up at his parents. They held Naruto's hand and walked. "Tsunade, what were your parents like?" asked Naruto. "Well, they died at the 3rd ninja war. Konoha's ninja thought they were ninjas and killed them. Conan's parents died too. So your mother and I were orphaned at a young age. They were nice people. They always cared about me. Even in death I can still feel their presence watching over me," he said. "Aren't you mad at Konoha then?" "Nope, I got my revenge and killed those ninja right on the spot. So there were no need to get revenge. Naruto-kun, revenge is bad. Its hate eats people up and drives them crazy. Promise me that you will never think of revenge." "I promise, Tsunade, and I never back down from my word. That's my ninja way." Nagato and Conan smiled at their child. "Here I was thinking, I never got to see the seal to trap the Kyuubi in. May we please see it, Naruto-kun?" asked Conan. "Yes, Kachan." Naruto lifted up his shirt. "How do you do it?" asked Naruto. "Oh, put some of your chakra into it and your seal will appear," said Nagato. Naruto nodded and put chakra into the seal. They saw the seal and were amazed. "That's the uzumaki, a trigram sealing style," said Nagato. "Well, that explains it, remember his wife Kushina. I heard she was one of the best at Fuinjutsu. Naga-kun, can you teach Naruto it? I mean, it's in his blood," said Conan. "That's what I plan on doing. We are getting close to Konoha," said Nagato. "Yay," said Naruto. "Hey Naruto-kun, when is your birthday?" asked Conan. "October 10, when is your birthday, Kachan and Tsunade?" "Well, my birthday is September 19 and Kochan's birthday is February 20, said Nagato. "Okay, well, we should stop, the sun is setting and we should get ready for camp," said Conan. They got ready, like last time, but the bandits plan on rampaging tomorrow. Day 3. It was morning and around 6 am. Nagato sensed chakra, so he whispered to Conan. "You sure they're bandits, Naga-kun?" "Yes, I sense their chakra. Let's wake up Naruto-kun and tell him." "Yes, we should." They crawled over to Naruto and shook him. He woke up and he saw worry in their eyes. "Is everything okay?" Naruto whispered. "No, there are bandits outside. Nagato woke me and told me he sensed their chakra. Naruto, we need you to stay in the tent, okay?" said Conan. "Yes, Kachan." Wait, how can Tsunade sense chakra? He asked. Every Uzumaki can, when you get a little older you will be able to. We love you Naruto, don't worry we will come back, I promise. Nagato said with a smile. Okay. Konan did a few hand signs and paper slipped off her body. Ha-chan what's happening? Are you okay asked Naruto. She is okay Naruto-kun, it's a jutsu of hers. Said Nagato, Naruto nodded. They both went outside. Konan started a jutsu. Paper chakram she said and paper sheets turned into a single chakram-like shape she throws to her targets. Wind release. Gale palm said Nagato pushing the wind force with the paper chakram. It hit 40 bandits. The bandits threw kunes and shurikens coming their way. Wind release. Air bullet said Nagato. The wind hit most of the kunes and shurikens back, some hit Nagato and Konan. Nagato and Konan cried in pain. Naruto heard and walked out of the tent. He saw men about to attack Nagato and Konan. Nagato and Konan were hit with knives and shurikens. Naruto was mad and stepped in front of his parents, facing the bandits. Naruto-kun I told you to stay in the tent. Said Nagato. I am sorry Tsunade, but I must protect my precious people. Naruto said. Boy, look at her boys, she's a beauty. Said the leader. Let's take her back to the hideout and show her a little fun. Said another. Keep your hands off my Kachan. Yelled Naruto. Naruto was itching his eyes. It was burning. He screamed in pain, his eyes were bleeding. Blood dripped off the boy's face. Naruto went to the ground, on his hands and knees. People looked terrified at the boy. He looked up and everyone gasped. Naruto's eyes changed from light blue to light purple sclera and irides with a purple ripped pattern that spreads from the eyeball, but his has 2 Uzumaki crests in the middle. Nagato looked at his son in shock but smiled. Everyone looked into Naruto's eyes. Naruto's eyes killed half of the bandits. Lack receiver said Nagato he killed the rest bandits. He looked at Konan she smiled at him. Then, they heard Naruto scream in pain. They ran to their son seeing his eyes. It was still changing. The light purple sclera turned lavender and irides with a purple ripped pattern changed to the Uzumaki crest. The crest spread from the cornea to the whole eye. The Uzumaki crests turned blue and the light purple sclera lavender behind the crests. Naruto screamed in pain one last time and looked at his parents. He stood up and walked to them. What's happening Tsunade? He asked and dropped to his knees and landed on his face. Nagato was scared that his son was hurt and Konan was crying. She held Naruto and started cradling him like a baby. Nagato reached out and checked his pulse. He was breathing and going to be alright. What's wrong with him, Nagato? She asked. I don't know Konan, but I saw the Rinnegan at first, but then his eyes started to change color. I say the Uzumaki crest, the color blue. Then, the sclera turned lavender. I think it's a new bloodline. He said looking at Naruto. We should start leaving as fast as we can. We have to get him to Konoha's hospital. Said Konan. I agree, I will pack up while you clean him up. Dry blood never feels good. I think it's smart that we bandage up his eyes. He said. Yes, let's go Naga-kun. She said. Nagato picked up Naruto and put him on his back. After 15 minutes they started to head off full speed. They don't know what happened to their son and are terrified. After one day, they arrived at Konoha's front gate and meet someone they thought they would never meet again. What happened to my godson? He asked. Chapter 6 Konan and Nagato's Wrath. Flashback. Nagato picked up Naruto and put him on his back. After 15 minutes they started to head off full speed. They don't know what happened to their son and are terrified. After one day, they arrived at Konoha's front gate and meet someone they thought they would never meet again. What happened to my godson? He asked. Jiraiya-sensei. They asked in unison. Nagato, Konan, what are you doing with my godson? What? Why do you care about our child Jiraiya-sensei? Asked Nagato. What do you mean your child? He was interrupted. Nagato reached over and punched Jiraiya in the stomach. Jiraiya couldn't breathe for a second. He didn't even see Nagato move. Jiraiya-sensei, we adopted Naruto after he was kidnapped by a S-rank ninja from Kiri. We saved him. Where the hell were you when he needed you the most? He told us everything. He is an Uzumaki like me, so I have a right to adopt him since he is family. Unlike you, you let the village abuse him, mentally and physically. Have you seen his scars? From weapons. His is only 4 for God's sakes. What the hell were you thinking? We are going to the hospital because he has a new bloodline. You have no right to even call him your godson. You people changed his looks so he may never know his own family. Stay away from us yelled Nagato. Jiraiya looked up and saw Naruto's hair red. His hair is brighter than Kushina's. Thought Jiraiya. He looked to see his old students and they were mad. Jiraiya-sensei, we are taking our son to the hospital. We actually love our son. We have nothing to say to you. Hissed Konan, she and Nagato left with Naruto on his back. People started whispering about the Sennin. Descendant was left there to absorb the information and what just happened. Back to Nagato and Conan. They rushed to the hospital and entered in the front. The nurse was there and she drops her clipboard and ran over to Nagato and Conan. "What happened to him?" the nurse asked. "We will tell you later, but can you please take care of him? We will be waiting here," said Nagato. She nodded and left carrying Naruto to the emergency room. After an hour, the doctor came out. "Are you Mr. and Mrs. Uzumaki?" he asked. They both nodded. "Please follow me to your child's room and I will explain what is going on," he said and turned. They follow him to a room. They saw Naruto on the bed. His eyes were wrapped in bandages. "Your child got a Kekkei Genkai, but I never seen this before. So I don't know what to do," he said. "Okay, we will wait here, may I speak with your Hokage? Tell him it's about Naruto Uzumaki," asked Nagato. "Yes, I will message him to come as soon as possible," said the doctor and bowed while leaving the room. Nagato looked at his wife crying. Conan sobbed. He reached over and hugged her while she was crying into his chest. "Why does his life have to be so hard, Naga-kun? I don't know, Ko-chan, but all I know is that whoever is responsible for this village is going to have a long talk. Hey Ko-chan, please don't cry. He will wake up soon." "Okay, I wonder who cares about him in this hellhole." "I think I know one person, Hinata Hyuga," said Nagato. "What do you mean?" Nagato told her everything they talked about in the fields. "Do you think we should tell her?" she asked. "Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stay here with Naruto-kun. Okay, I will see you in a few," he said and kissed her on the lips and left. "Oh Naruto-kun, please be alright," she whispered and messed with Naruto's bright red hair. Back to Nagato. Nagato walked around the village and someone bumped into him. "I'm sorry about that, so clumsy of me," said the girl. "Oh, it's alright. Can you please show me to the Hyuga compound?" "Why yes, follow me," she said. She turned the corner of the road and walked forward to a compound. "Here we are," she said and bowed. "Thank you," then he bowed. Nagato walked up the gates and the guard stopped him. "What are you here for?" sneered one. "I am here to tell Hinata Hyuga something important," stated Nagato. "You have to ask Hiyashi-sama or Hitomi-sama, that is their daughter," said the other guard. "May I please talk to Hitomi-sama then?" asked Nagato. "Yes, you may," said a woman. She had long bluish hair. "Are you Hitomi-sama?" asked Nagato. "Yes, and if I'm correct, you are here to speak with me and my daughter," said Hitomi. "Yes, it is important." "Okay, please follow me." Nagato followed Hitomi but stopped when he heard voices. "We must poison Hitomi or she would be a threat later in the years," said a person. Nagato turned his head to find 5 Hyuga elders. "She must be eliminated. Since we cannot hurt Hinata, we can hurt her," said one. As Nagato turned, he saw Hitomi turn the corner. So he left and started to follow her to a room. He sat down on the couch and she sat down the one across from him. A little girl ran to the room towards her mother. She sat down on the couch next to her. "Now, please, state your business here," stated Hitomi. "Well, I'm Nagato Uzumaki and he didn't get to finish." "Sorry to interrupt your Nagato Uzumaki. The S-rank ninja?" Hitomi asked. "Yes, my son knows your daughter and he and she are friends. He even considers her one of his precious people," said Nagato. "Who is your son?" asked Hitomi. Nagato got up and placed quiet seals around the room. "My son is Naruto Uzumaki. I adopted him because he is family. Did you know Kushina Uzumaki?" he asked. "Yes, she was my best friend. When she was pregnant she asked me to be the baby's godmother, but that never happened. The Hokage told me the baby died. It was a lie. Why did you think Naruto's last name is Uzumaki? It's not just for fun." Hitomi's eyes widened. Naruto's father Minato Namikaze sealed the Kyuubi into Naruto because he thought that Naruto could control its power. Hinata started sobbing. Not because she was afraid, no, she was sobbing because of Naruto's hard life. That's why all the villagers hurt him, thought Hinata. Why would his father do that to him? Why does the village hate him? He should be seen as a hero, not the Kyuubi. He is still Naruto, yelled Hinata. "What do you think of him, Hinata?" "I know how he thinks of you, but what do you think of him?" asked Nagato. "I think Naruto is a nice person, I think he is cute, smart and energetic. I will tell you that I like him," said Hinata not stuttering, but her face red. It surprised her mother. "Wait, how did you meet Naruto is the first place?" asked Hitomi. He told her the whole story and that it's been a couple of weeks. He even told her the part of the bandits, hospital and Jiraiya. Hitomi was surprised when he said that Naruto was an heir and that a lot of people broke the law of how they were treating him. Hinata blushed at the part with the lavender flowers. "Mother, can I please see Naruto-kun?" asked Hinata. "Yes, Nagato, can you please lead the way?" asked Hitomi. Yes, but first I got to tell your mother something. Hinata, can you please get ready and I will meet you the front doors," said Nagato. Yes. She left the room. "Hitomi-sama. Please call me Hitomi," she said. "Okay. Hitomi, I overheard the Hyuga elders talking about poisoning you. So, if I were you, I will tell this to Hiashi. And don't eat any of the food and drink from the branch and main family," Nagato said. "Thank you, Nagato. I think you just saved my life," said a relieved Hitomi. "No need to thank me, Hitomi." They walked to the front of the house seeing Hinata crying on the doorsteps. "Why are you crying, sweetie?" asked Hitomi. "Why does Naruto-kun have to live this life? People hating him for something he's not, something he didn't do. Always having to fear of dying. People abusing you, insulting you, he is the strongest man in the village. Why does he have to hold so many burdens?" she said sobbing while stuttering. "Ask his crappy father, the fourth," joked Nagato. "We should get going," said Hitomi. They started to head towards the Yamanaka shop, picked up some flowers, and head to the hospital. Chapter 7 The Wait, Naruto's Eyes. Hitomi, Hinata, and Nagato arrived at the hospital. They've walked into the room to find Konan crying in the corner hugging herself. "Ko-chan, what happened?" Nagato asked frantically. "Naruto," he woke up and screamed. Then, his eyes started to bleed again. "It just ended a few minutes ago. Can you please rewrap it, I don't want to see any more of his blood right now," she said and looked at the Hyugas. "Come. I would like to know who my son crushed on," she said and walked towards Hinata. Konan dried her eyes and looked at the young Hyuga. Hinata blushed a deep shade of red. "Can I please see him?" she asked. "Of course." Hinata walked over to Naruto and gasped. She saw Naruto's red hair and his new growth spurt. She blushed a deep shade of red. Then, she looked seeing his bandaged eyes. Nagato unwrapped the bandages. They gasped, the blood was still coming out. Compared to Naruto's eyes, his was much more painful than Nagato's when he first activated the Rinnegan. "Oh, Konan, can I please have a towel and hot water?" said a desperate Nagato. Then he looked down at Naruto's stomach to see the seal glowing through his shirt. "Shit. Everyone get ready." Hitomi placed quite seals around the room. "Konan thanks you for the hot water and a towel." Hinata closed the door. "The Nine Tails is going to pay a visit." Naruto's mindscape. Naruto looks around to find a sewer. Then, he found a cage and with a fox. "Hello, what is your name, kid?" "Hello, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. May I ask who you are?" "My name is Kurama, I am the Nine Tails." "Excuse me, can I ask a question?" he asked. The fox nodded. "Why did you attack the hidden leaf?" "I didn't, I was pulled out by Kushina's seal and that bastard, Madara, controlled me. Then my world went black. When I woke up, I saw my claw through your parents. That Madara didn't want your father sealing me into you. I am sorry, Naruto, that I couldn't come earlier than I could. I could have helped you through the pain and loneliness. I am also sorry for your parents." "It's okay, Kurama and I forgive you. It wasn't your fault, it was that Madara," said the 4-year-old. The fox looked surprised at how calm the child was. "Okay, Naruto, is it okay if I talk to your parents?" "Yep." Back to the real world. "Naruto, are you okay?" asked a stuttering Hinata. "What are you talking about?" "Oh whatever, I am Kurama. I am not here to hurt you," said the Nine Tails. Everyone gasped. "What is wrong with Naruto?" asked Nagato. "Oh, you are Naruto's adopted father. Now, who is the mother, and I may tell you what's going on with Kit." "I am Naruto's mother, Konan Uzumaki, and my husband, Nagato Uzumaki," she said. "Okay, now who's the little one, and is that you, Hitomi?" Everyone gasped except for Hitomi. "Yes, hello Kurama. It's been long time no see. This is my daughter Hinata." She waved while everyone looked at Hitomi like she was crazy. "Why yes it has. Now the reason why I know Hitomi is because she was a best friend with Kushina ever since childhood. She is godmother of Naruto," he said. Konan was angry, not even his godmother took care of Naruto. She used her paper jutsu and trapped Hitomi to the wall. "Why did you not take care of Naruto-kun?" she yelled in a demonic voice, "it even scares Kami." Nagato was surprised at his wife and terrified, noting to never get her mad. Nagato reached over and hugged his wife's back. She did not know Ko-chan. The Hokage told her he died when Kushina was giving birth. Konan nodded and put the paper away, freeing Hitomi. "I am sorry, Hitomi. I don't like it when people treat him bad, especially family," said Konan. "Well, to make you feel better, I tried to help him. Every time I did, the civilian council refused to anyone who wanted to help him. If there is anyone to be mad at, is the civilian council. I am one of the ones that tries to put them in their place, but always fails," said Hitomi. "Well, back to what I was saying. Naruto has a new Kekkei Genkai." "And? What else?" asked Hitomi. "I don't know. I never had seen a Kekkei Genkai like this before." So we know nothing, okay? Said Nagato. Oh, I have no intention to hurt Kid. I will help train him. Why? Because he has the will and dedication. This kid even thinks of me like an older brother. Kurama chuckled. Everyone was surprised. Okay, well, the boy is starting to get up. Goodbye. Naruto got up but couldn't see. Then, his eyes started to burn and ache. He let out a painful cry. Naruto-kun! Yelled everyone surrounding the bed. The bandages were soaking blood. Conan took off Naruto's bandages and gasped. He was crying blood, everyone looked at his eyes. Hinata was sobbing while hugging Naruto. Naruto hugged her back, but then he cried out in pain. Conan was crying, not knowing what to do. Then, the pain stopped, Naruto couldn't feel anything, he froze. Naruto, are you in pain? Asked Nagato. Naruto shook his head no. Nagato handed Hinata a wet towel to clean the blood in his eyes. Naruto, can you talk? Asked Conan, hugging her son. Yes. He said in a scratchy voice. Hinata handed him some water. He drank it all and looked back at him. Naruto, how is your eyes? Asked Hinata. What do you mean? I don't know why it hurt earlier, but where am I and why are you asking about my eyes, Hinata-chan? Asked Naruto. Hinata handed Naruto a mirror. He gasped, seeing his eyes, lavender eyes with blue uzumaki crests rippling throughout the eye. First, Naruto, you are in Konoha's hospital. Said Conan. Kusan, Ka-chan, what happened? Asked Naruto. I don't know, Naruto-kun. I think your bloodline is related to the Rinnegan. He said with a smile. Yay. I can train with Tsunade now. Wait, can I change my eyes back? Asked Naruto. Nagato chuckled. Yes, put some chakra into your eyes. Said Conan with a smile. Nagato and Conan walked up to Naruto and gave him a hug. You really scared us, Naru-kun. Oh, you know Hinata's mother? Asked Conan. Sorry, Ka-chan, and yes. Said Naruto. Well, the Hokage told her Kushina's child was dead. I don't know why he did that, but she is also your godmother. Said Conan. Hitomi smiled and walked up to her godson and hugged him. She was crying with tears of joy and sadness. I'm so sorry, Naruto-kun. I didn't even know that Kushina's child was alive, but I tried to help you. Even adopt you, but the civilian council always denied it. Naruto-kun, when I heard Kushina's child was dead, I was crying for weeks. I'm so sorry, Naruto-kun. She whispered, still hugging Naruto. Naruto hugged her back. It's okay. I forgive you, Aunt Hitomi. He said with a smile. Hitomi let go of Naruto and smiled at him. I have dozens of stories to tell you later about your parents, Naruto-kun. She said. Hinata walked up next to Naruto. Her eyes were all watery. She lifted up her hand and slapped him. Making everyone gasp. Then, she ran over and hugged him. Don't you dare ever scare me like that ever again, Naruto-kun. I thought you were dead. I couldn't find you for 3 weeks. She cried into his chest. Naruto hugged the crying girl. I'm so sorry, Hinata-chan. He said. Then he looked on the table next to him. There were lavender flowers in a vase. He smiled and looked over at Hinata. Then in a flash, the Hokage arrived and next to him was Jiraiya. Hello, I am the third Hokage, this is he didn't get to finish. Jiraiya-sensei, I told you to stay away from us. Growled Nagato. Wow, Jiraiya, what did you do and what do you mean, sensei? Asked the third. Do you remember when I told you at the children I trained for 3 years? During the second Shinobi War. The third nodded. Well, Conan and Nagato are one of the 3 I taught. They said they adopted Naruto and they know everything. Said Jiraiya. The third's eyes widened and looked back at Conan and Nagato, whose killer intent was as bad as the fourth's. That means terrifying. Who is this? He asked, looking at the child on the bed. Hokage Jiji, I am Naruto, remember, my hair changed back to its original color and I grew a few inches. Tsunade that. Said Naruto, pointing at Nagato, who only stared at the Hokage. Now, Hokage-sama. I know what you have done and the villagers did to our Naruto-kun and we won't let it slide. Said Conan, gritting her teeth. The third gulped. Especially the civilian council. Added a furious Nagato. Jiraiya-sensei, I think you should get out of here. You are not wanted nor needed right now. Said Conan. Conan, Nagato, I know you're mad, but you have to understand. Understand? Asked Conan and Nagato in a unison. They laughed bitterly. Yeah, we know, all right. Your spy network is more important than your godchild and never bothered to check on him because you thought he was in good hands. Your faith in Sarutobi must have been high, but have you seen the boy yourself? Asked Nagato. He went over to Naruto and pulled off his shirt. Everyone but Conan and Nagato gasped. Conan let out a few tears while Hinata was crying and hugging into Naruto's chest. Naruto hugged her tight. I'm so sorry, Naruto-kun. I should have been stronger to protect you. I'm sorry, Naruto-kun, I am weak. I should. She was interrupted by Naruto. Hinata-chan, you are one of the strongest girls I ever met. He said while looking into each other's eyes. Jiraiya looked at Sarutobi, his face was showed angry and disappointed. I have failed Minato, Naruto, and Kushina. Please forgive me. I put too much faith in Sarutobi-sensei and the village. Minato, Kushina, forgive me, thought Jiraiya. So we don't need that crap as an excuse. Naruto-kun, can you please show Jiraiya-sensei what happened to your eyes? Remember, put chakra into your eyes. Stated Konan. Yes, Ka-chan. Said Naruto and did what he was told. Before Jiraiya could see his eyes, he turned away. He didn't want to see or hear anything else. Jiraiya-sensei, look at your godchild, see what happened to our son. Said Konan. Jiraiya turned and looked at Naruto's eyes and gasped. Sarutobi gasped too. What happened to Naruto? Asked Jiraiya. Oh, so now you care about Naruto-kun. Konan said, looking over at the children. Hinata's head lying on Naruto's chest while hugging him. Naruto played with her hair. Hinata and Naruto's face crimson red. Naruto deactivated his Kekkei Genkai. Well, it involves bandits and protecting the ones he loves. Said Nagato bluntly. Okage, can we please talk somewhere else? We don't want the kids to hear us now, don't we? Said Konan, glaring at Jiraiya. They turned and left the room. Chapter 8, Hiruzen's Choice. They arrived at the Hokage's tower. What the hell were you thinking, Sarutobi? Shouted Konan. Leaking out her killer intent that it even can scare Kami. You put too much faith in this hellhole. You seen what they have done to Naruto-kun. This caught the Anbu's attention. Sarutobi told them to stand down. Look what they done to my child, Sarutobi. What will Minato and Kushina think? Yelled Nagato this time. That's when Sarutobi snapped. How would you know? You don't even know Kushina and Minato. Roared the Hokage. That's when Nagato snapped. He and Konan was crying tears of angry, sadness, and regret. They were angry with Sarutobi of thinking that. They were angry that they could have helped when the Kyuubi attacked. They regret not knowing Kushina was pregnant so that they could have helped Naruto. They were sad that Naruto could have had parents when he was younger. Kushina was like a sister to me and Minato was one of my best friends. What the hell do you mean, we don't know? We have to live every damn day thinking that we could have prevented all of this. If we were there for them, they would be alive. Kushina, she and I were Uzumakis. We vowed to stick together till the end. Whispered Nagato. He looked up. Sarutobi and Jiraiya gasped. What do you know about isolation, Sarutobi? What do you know about being alone, having no family? Mine was killed right in front of me by your own ninjas. Until Konan and Yahiko found me, I felt like I had one. Then, Yahiko died and Konan and I were sad and alone, but we had each other. We have our happiest days with Naruto-kun, but, Sarutobi. What your village has done to my child is unforgivable. Said Nagato. Kushina and Minato would not have wanted this. Minato's last wish was for Naruto-kun to be treated as a hero. He was treated as an outsider, even worse, trash. Look what you have caused, Sarutobi, and you too, Jiraiya-sensei. Yelled Konan while sobbing. Nagato went over to his wife and hugged her. Sarutobi and Jiraiya were lost of words. They didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Naruto is like another grandchild to me. Said Sarutobi in a soft voice. Konan, Nagato, I agree. I didn't do anything. I thought Naruto was in good hands. I was wrong. I thought the village liked him. The only reason I came back is because Sarutobi told me that Naruto has been missing for weeks. Then, I see you guys holding a red-head boy at the gate. I realized it was Naruto. I was the one who put the seal on his head, not to hide his family, no, I did it so people won't think he's the Kyuubi because of his whiskers and red hair. I couldn't hide his whiskers so I kept it, but people would think he is because of his red hair, but it didn't anything. Said Jiraiya. Konan and Nagato looked at him. They could tell he wasn't lying. Konan and Nagato dried their eyes. What can we do to help Naruto-kun? It's the least we could do for him. Said Sarutobi. To take away the law that hides his heritage at the age of 10. Said Konan bluntly. What? They both said with their eyes almost bulging out of their sockets. Then, you will let us official adopt him. Said Nagato. Fine, but I will remind you of the dangers you will put him in. I'm still surprised that this village hasn't figured it out. Growled Jiraiya. We know, and we are going to teach him everything we know, and there are 2 more we requests that will help our Naruto-kun. Said Konan. What? Asked a curious Sarutobi. Naruto-kun will get everything from his family, including money, and we will live in the Uzumaki compound, but we will manage the money. Said Nagato. Okay. Here are the papers for everything. Said Sarutobi. While watching Nagato and Konan read and sign all the papers. Then, lastly, we would like to deal with anyone who hurt Naruto-kun, especially the civilian council. We would like to know if you would like to help us put them in their place. Only the Shinobi Council because they do all the hard work and they're the ones that has to deal with it. Said Nagato. I agree with that one, Sarutobi. You are Hokage, you call the shots. You're letting them get their way and manipulate you. Said Jiraiya. Okay. We will have the meeting tomorrow. That's when Naruto gets out of the hospital. Said Sarutobi. This meeting is over. We have to go and see Naruto-kun. Thank you for at least helping Naruto-kun. Said Nagato. He looked over at Jiraiya with a death glare that made Shinigami proud. Nagato looked over at Conan and smiled. They walk out of the office hand in hand. That was troublesome, as the Naras say it. Said an exhausted Jiraiya. I agree. Said Sarutobi. Chapter 9 The Meeting, Hinata's Help. Naruto got out of the hospital the next day. He and Hinata were holding hands and were going to the council with Nagato, Conan, and Hitomi. They entered the room. Everyone was confused on who the retarded child was. Until he looked up, everyone saw it was Naruto. What are they doing here? Hissed someone from the civilian council. Well, we wanted them here. We have a right. They need to know the truth. Said Nagato. Oh, thank you Nagato-san. I owe you my life. You saved my wife from those elders and I give you my thanks. Said Hiashi. No, need Hiashi-sama. Please call me Hiashi. He said. The council nearly collapsed. Hiashi never asked someone to call him by his name, except for the fourth and Kushina. Okay, let's get started on the meeting. These are SS class secrets so you can never talk about it without my and Naruto's permission. If you do, you will be executed. Said Hiruzen. They all nodded. First, Hitomi, I told you Naruto was dead because he might be in danger. I'm sorry but I was going to tell you when he got a bit older. Hitomi nodded, thinking that was a stupid excuse. After I tell you this it will make sense. Naruto's full name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. He said. Everyone was wide-eyed. The civilian council roared. Naruto grabbed Hinata's hand. Hinata hugged him, knowing this was going to be a long meeting. The heads of each clan were stunned but didn't say anything. That demon isn't Minato's child. Yelled one. There's no proof of that. Minato wasn't even married. Yelled another. That demon child should have died years ago. Yelled a pink-haired woman. It was Sakura's mom. That's when Conan and Nagato snapped. Nagato activated his Rinnegan and started floating, and Conan put all of her papers on her back making wings. They started out leaking killer intent that made Shinigami scared. Everyone was shaking. What did you say about our child? Roared Nagato and Conan unison. Her paper was flying over to them. They are as sharp as kunais. Then, they stopped an inch away from her face. They all were shaking in fear. In Naruto, Hitomi, and Hinata's mind they were all smirking. Nagato deactivated his Rinnegan. Nothing. Stutters one. That's what we thought. They said again, in unison. Okay, back on topic. Naruto's adopted parents, S-rank ninjas are going to train him. What, that demon will demolish the village? Yelled one. That's enough. The civilian council has no say. You are only to listen. Roared the Hokage. Everyone turned silent. Everyone but the civilian council snickered. The Hokage sat down and signed while rubbing his head. The civilian council always gave him a headache. Then, the head of the Hyugas, Hiashi, spoke. Naruto has my support. Said Hiashi, from the Hyuga. Naruto has my support. This is so troublesome. Said Shikaku, from the Nara clan. Naruto has my support. Said Inochi, from the Yamanaka clan. Naruto have my support. Said Choza, from the Akimichi clan. Naruto have my support. Said Tsume, from the Inyazuka clan. And you have mine, Naruto-kun. Said the Hokage with a smile. Now we have more to discuss about. Nagato, can you please explain since you know the most about it? Said the Hokage. Everyone looked confused. My son has a new bloodline. Said Nagato. Everyone gasped. Everyone started whispering. Quite. Roared the Hokage. Everyone stopped whispering and looked at Nagato. We were in a forest. We were coming to Konoha to settle a few things within the village and there is still things we got to take care of. Said Nagato glaring at the civilian council. Everyone began to sweat. We were sleeping in a tent in the forest. I woke up because I sensed chakra. How you may ask. Well, every Uzumaki can sense chakra. The bandits were closing in. So Ko-chan and I told Naruto to stay in the tent. We battled about 100 bandits. We were hit with knives and shurikens. Then hissed in pain. Naruto heard and walked out of the tent. He saw men about to attack us. Then stepped in front of us, facing the bandits. He said looking back at Naruto who put his hands up in defense. Nagato and Conan chuckled at the boy's antics. The bandits got closer and started saying things about my wife. That's when Naruto snapped. He said in exact words, keep your hands off my Ko-chan. Everyone nodded in understanding. Then, one of the most terrifying events I have seen, that including the war, is seeing my son cry in agony. Have you ever seen your child tortured? I have, it wasn't only torturing him, but us too. We couldn't do anything. Naruto started messing with his eyes. I saw my son screaming in agony. Conan and I didn't know what to do, not even that, the bandits stopped attacking to see what was happening. Then, Naruto's eyes started bleeding. Blood dripped off my boy's face. He looked up and killed about 20 bandits. Then, I saw our son fall to the ground on his hands and knees. Crying blood, it was one of the scariest things I saw since Yahiko's death. Everyone shuddered at the thought. Then, I saw the Rinnegan at first, then, he was interrupted, everyone started to yell. What the hell, that demon couldn't have that. He should be used as a weapon. That's what Jinchuriki are for. Yelled council nodded their heads, agreeing what he said. Shut up. Naruto, Hinata, close your eyes until I say so. Yelled Konan, she hated that they see people as weapons. She was ready to throw one of her paper kunes at him. Naruto and Hinata shut their eyes. Konan's eyes were as red as the devil. For the first time in a long time, Danzo was scared. Konan threw one of the knives at him. He tried to dodge it until it was too late. The kunai went through his head. The whole council and the Hokage gasped. Keep insulting my son, that will be your fate. He got off lucky, the next time that insults my family will be tortured first, and I think Anko-chan will help me with that. Konan yelled as one of her best friends smirked. Nagato sighed. He walked over and burned the body. Naruto-kun, Hinata-chan, open your eyes. Said Konan. When they opened their eyes, they saw a purple-haired girl. Naruto smiled. Hinata looked at Naruto. Why is he putting on his mask? It's like he didn't even hear what that guy said or any of the council. Thought Hinata. Naruto-kun, this is your aunt, Anko. She is one of my best friends. Kushina, Anko and I played all the time. Said Konan. Anko smiled at her nephew. Naruto smiled and hugged Anko. Anko was surprised at first, but hugged him too. Everyone was surprised to see Anko hug someone. Naruto pulled away and stood next to Hinata. Nagato nodded and proceeded. As I was saying. I saw the Rinnegan at first, but then his eyes started to change color. I saw the Uzumaki crest was the color blue. Then, the sclera turned lavender. Said Nagato. Nagato-san, can you prove this? Said the Hokage. Nagato smirked. No, but Naruto-kun can. Said Nagato looking over at his son. Naruto-kun, can you please show us your new bloodline? Asked Nagato. Yes, Tsunade. Said Naruto. He closed his eyes while put chakra into it. He opened his eyes for everyone but Nagato, Konan, Hinata and Hitomi to gasp. Naruto, do you know what it is? Asked Hiashi. Nope. Naruto said a bit bluntly. He deactivated his bloodline. Okay, Naruto, Nagato and Konan officially adopted you and you get your parents' money. You and your parents will live in the Uzumaki compound. Said the Hokage. Everyone gasped but the family. That's most of Konoha's money, Sarutobi-sama. Said one of the council people. Well, it's theirs. I think it's enough for today. This meeting is over. Said the Hokage. Everyone nodded. Naruto ran outside, everyone called out for him. He kept running, he didn't know where he was going. He just needed to get away, he couldn't stop thinking of what they said. Monster, demon, murder, he didn't want to deal with it anymore. He wanted to get away from all the hatred and the mental physical abuse. He kept thinking, was he only a weapon for the village? Is that what he was made for? To be a motionless weapon that will kill. That would hurt Naruto the most. He kept running until he couldn't run anymore. He stumbles upon a river. There were trees and flowers. He sat down on under the tree and cried. He didn't know what to do. Everyone hates him but Nagato, Konan, Anko, Hitomi, the Hokage and Hinata. To him, Hinata was his light in the dark. When he needed her, she was there. He thought of her like an angel. He knew he loved her. Her lavender eyes, so soft but her will yet so strong. He started crying more. When he remembered when the kids always pick on him and insult him. He cried harder when he remembered when the villagers attacked him. He remembered the screams of agony when he killed the bandits. Begging for mercy, on their hands and knees. He remembered the isolation, being alone all the time, with the hatred of the village, the abusive villagers. Then he felt warmth, he felt someone hugging him. He looked up to find Hinata hugging him. She was crying, thinking about how hard his life was. Naruto-kun, I'm sorry for not being there. I'm sorry for how all the villagers treated you. I know the Kyuubi was sealed inside you. Naruto-kun, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. She cried. Naruto turned around and held her. She was crying into his chest. Naruto was dumbfounded. She knew what was inside him. She was sorry for things she didn't do. As soon as she stopped crying, she looked up at him. A few tears came out of his eyes and landed on her face. He looked up at the sky and looked down at her. He smiled with tears coming out of his eyes. You are the light in the dark, when I'm alone you always come, when I cry you always hold me tight. You saved me from the dark, Hinata-chan. You are my hero, my best friend. You always stay by my side. When I was alone, by myself. Full of emptiness, it's worse than dying. I don't know what I will do without you, Hinata-chan. Don't be sorry, there's nothing to be sorry about but I killed all those people. They were begging for mercy and I killed them without hesitation. Bad guy right Hinata-chan, am I just a weapon for the village? He said griping onto her tighter. Naruto-kun, I know you're not, I won't let them. She hugged Naruto tight while he was crying on her shoulder. It was like a yin-yang. Konan, Nagato, Hitomi, and Hiashi were watching this. They were so happy that this happened, but little did they know, they have quite a future ahead of them. Chapter 10 Academy. 2 years later. Naruto was getting ready for his first day of the academy. He was wearing a black shirt with a Uzumaki clan spiral in blue on the back. He had black ninja pants. He had a tattoo on his arm. It had the kitsune symbol with a claw through it. Remember kid, always use the kitsune's dark claws wisely. The swords were passed down to me by the sage of the six paths himself. Kurama said. Okay thank you Kurama it's one of the best gifts I ever got. Said Naruto. Flashback. 1 year ago. Naruto, Konan, Nagato, Anko, and I have trained you well. This is a gift I got for the sage of the six paths. Since you know the art of sword fighting I will give you the kitsune's dark claws. When you first hold it, you will get a tattoo on your arm, it's a summoning one. So when you smear your blood on it, it will be summoned but only if it chooses you. Said Kurama. Thank you Kurama I love it already. Naruto picked up the swords. The two swords started to glow. Then a powerful shockwave struck them. Nagato and Konan felt it. They ran to where it came from. They were surprised to see their son floating, with two swords in his hands. They started in awe of their child. Naruto. Are you okay? Said Kurama. Yeah, just a little dizzy Kurama Okay well I have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? But please. Well, you were chosen as the wielder of the kitsune's dark claws. The bad news is, your parents are outside. Crap. You're telling me. Now, I have to deal with them yelling at me. Kurama sighs. Okay, let's get you back before they start panicking again. Okay Kurama Flashback end. Naruto shivered. Nagato and Konan were furious for doing something that dangerous. He sighed, Naruto heard someone knocking at his door. Come in. Said an enthusiastic Naruto. Hey Naruto-kun, come on Naga-kun, and I want to talk to you before you head to the academy with Hinata-chan. Said Konan. Okay Ka-chan. Said Naruto. He was so happy. He gets to see Hinata almost all the time. For the last 2 years, they were inseparable. Naruto put his sandals on and then he ran downstairs to the living room. Where he found his parents. Hey Tsunade, Ka-chan what's up? Asked Naruto. Naruto-kun come and sit down, we need to discuss the rules for the academy. Yours will be different than everyone else's. Said Nagato. Naruto came and sat down next to his parents. Okay Naruto-kun, you have to be serious okay? Asked Konan. Okay Ka-chan. But rule 1 is no using your Kekkei Genkai unless you are in danger or your teacher asks said Konan. Rule 2, no showing off said Nagato. Rule 3, focus on your schoolwork. Maybe I taught you most of it but still try your best. And don't forget to have fun said Konan. They both smiled proudly at their son. Nagato trained Naruto everything with a Rinnegan. So far, Naruto's Kekkei Genkai has somewhat of a Rinnegan use, but little did they know, there were more that meets the eye. And funny, pun. Naruto smiled back at his parents and hugged them. They hugged him back until they heard a knock at the front door. Nagato walked over and opened the door. He saw Hinata and Hiashi. Nagato smiled at one of his best friends. Over the years, Nagato and Hiashi became rather close. They are best friends like Konan and Hitomi. Hello Nagato, how are you? Hiashi asked as he shook hands with Nagato. Good, you? I'm doing good, are you guys ready? Yep. Said Naruto walking out of the door. When Hinata saw him, she ran and hugged him. He returned the hug. Are you ready Hinata-chan? Asked Naruto. Yep. Come on Naruto-kun or we're going to be late. Said Hinata tugging on his hand. Well, looks like we're leaving, come on Naga-kun, Hiashi, let's go. Said Konan as she followed the children. Looks like we're leaving Hiashi. As Nagato and Hiashi followed behind Konan and the children. Minutes later they arrived at the academy. Hinata was nervous and scared until Naruto grabbed her hand. It's okay Hina-chan, I will be there with you. He said. They walked in the classroom after they said goodbye to their parents. They walked in to find two girls arguing in front of a boy with black raven hair. No pig I get to sit next to my Sasu-kun. Yelled the girl with pink hair. Forehead I get to sit next to my Sasu-kun. Yelled the girl with blonde hair. Naruto started to get a headache. So he walked to the back of the room, still holding Hinata's hand and sat down. Hinata sat down next to him. Thank you Naru-kun. Said Hinata with a blush. No problem Hina-chan. Said a blushing Naruto. Hinata was about to say something else, but someone walked into the room. Be quiet. The man yelled with a scar across his face. He used the big head jutsu. I am Haruka Yamino, and this is my assistant Mizuki, said Haruka. Okay, I see that everyone is here. Good, now we need to do sparring first, then we will do academics, there is 5 pre-tests today, said Haruka. Okay guys, let's head outside. They walked outside. Okay, first spar, Naruto vs Sasuke. Please walk up to the ring. All the girls but Hinata cheered for Sasuke. Come on Sasuke-kun, kick his ass, yelled the girl with pink hair. You can do it Sasuke-kun, yelled the girl with blonde hair. Sasuke-kun, win it for me, yelled a different girl. Ready? The boys got into their stance. You might as well forfeit now. You don't want me to embarrass you, said Sasuke. Set. As if, scoffed Naruto. Page said Haruka. Fine, but I warned you, said Sasuke with a smirk. Sasuke ran forwards. Naruto stood there. Sasuke was about to kick Naruto's head. Naruto grabbed his foot and aimed it down. Sasuke landed on the ground. Naruto smirked, then he heard all the girls, but Hinata started yelling at him. Sasuke got up and raised a hand, making all the girls shut up. Sasuke ran and attempted to punch Naruto's head. Naruto grabbed his arm and flipped him over. All of the girls were quiet but one. How the hell did he do that? No. I have to be the strongest. I have to have his power to defeat Itachi. I will put him in his place. The Avenger thought. Good job Naruto-kun, yelled Hinata. Every girl looked over at Hinata with death glares. Hinata shrugged them off. Thanks, Hina-chan, yelled Naruto. Both blushed crimson red but interrupted by Sasuke attempting to kick his side failed when Naruto punched his stomach. He flew back to hit through 4 trees. Everyone stared in awe as their jaws were on the floor. Hinata sighed, putting her hands on her hips, and shook her head. Crap, said Naruto. He saw a woman with purple hair jump down a tree. Naruto-kun, yelled Anko. Auntie Anko, yelled Naruto as he hugged his aunt. His aunt returned the hug. Everyone's eyes widen in fear and surprised. Anyone who touches Anko usually ends up with snakes. Everyone was surprised that one of Naruto's aunts was Anko, the snake woman. What did I tell you about punching people? Remember what happened last time? Said Anko. Yes, Auntie Anko. That Anbu guy went through 5 walls, 10 trees, and hit the Hokage tower. During the process I cracked his mask. I had to swear not to tell who they were or he'd kill me, said Naruto, letting go of his aunt. Everyone looked as though he was insane. Hinata just smiled. Was that his full strength, Anko-san? Asked Haruka. Not even half his strength, Haruka-kun. I came here to watch my Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan. I have trained them too. Nagato, Konan, even Foxy trained Naruto-kun. I and Konan trained Hinata too, she whispered. Haruka's eyes widened. Everyone was speechless to find Sasuke unconscious. Hinata ran to Naruto to see if he was okay. Every girl but Hinata ran to Sasuke, crowding him. The winner? Naruto Uzumaki, said Haruka. No. He must have cheated somehow, shouted the same pink hair girl. Baka, yelled the one with blonde hair. Are you okay, Naruto? Asked Hinata, holding his head. Yeah, he didn't touch me, said Naruto. Naruto took Hinata's hand and walked off the arena. Medic, yelled Mizuki, holding Sasuke. They took him to the infirmary to check him out. Okay, second round, Choji vs Shikamaru. I don't want to hurt my best friend. I forfeit, said Choji. Yeah, same here, this is such a drag, said Shikamaru. They walked to the middle and shook hands. After that, they walked out of the ring. Okay, next is Hinata vs Sakura. This is going to be easy, said Sakura as she walked up to the ring. Don't underestimate me if I were you, Sakura-san, said Hinata as she too walked up to the ring. Yeah, sure, that Baka over there is not even supposed to be here. He's a demon, yelled Sakura. Ready? Haruka said as they got into stance. Naruto-kun is not a demon, he's not a Baka, he's the greatest ninja I know, and I do believe he will become Hokage. Yao, you bastard, yelled Hinata. Anko smirked, knowing that anyone who has the guts to disrespect her Naruto will be punished. Set. Sakura felt Hinata's killing intent and for the first time was scared of the shy Hyuga. Page. Sakura ran forward, attempting to punch the little Hyuga. Hinata got into stance and stood there. As soon as Sakura was about to punch Hinata's face, Hinata caught her fist. Everyone was speechless. Good job, Hinata. Show her what you're made of, yelled Naruto. Sakura was about to retract her fist, but Hinata held it. Sakura couldn't move her arm. Hinata took the chance and punched her in the stomach. Sakura fell out of the ring and hit a tree. You are no Kunoichi if you always are distracted. You are strong in mind, but you are weak physically. You hurt anyone who dares say something bad about your Sasuke-kun. I bet Sasuke can take care of himself, and I certainly think he doesn't like fangirls like you, said Hinata coldly. She walked away towards Naruto, who was telling her how good she was. Naruto held Hinata's face, checking to see if she was okay. "Are you okay, Hinata-chan?" asked a concerned Naruto. "Yes, I am Naruto-kun." She hugged Naruto, who gladly returned the favor. They both blushed a crimson red. "Winner Hinata Hyuga," said Iruka. Anko ran over and hugged both of them. Then, she let go and looked at them. "Good job guys. I am so proud of you." The children blushed at the praised. "It was nothing Anko-chan," said Hinata. "Yeah, really anti-Anko," said Naruto. "Next, Kiba vs Ino," said Iruka. "I don't like hitting girls, Iruka-sensei," said Kiba. "Why are you too scared, dog breath?" taunted Ino. "Never mind, Iruka-sensei, I will show this snob who she is talking to," growled Kiba. Iruka sighed and looking at the two bickering. They finally walked up to the ring. "Ready?" They took stance. "Set. Change." Ino ran, same as Kiba, and were both about to punch each other. Then, they bumped heads. They both fell and were knocked out. "I will take them to the infirmary," said Iruka. "Oh, and before I leave, last but not least, Shino vs Mizuki," said Iruka. Shai noted as they both started to fight. Mizuki won in the end. "Anko, can you take the rest to class?" asked Iruka. Sasuke walked out and glared at Naruto. "That idiot, I will show him who he is messing with. I am an Uchiha. An elite. A dope like him can't defeat me. He just got a lucky shot," thought Sasuke walking away. "Sure, Iruka-kun," said Anko, instructing the children to go inside. After about 3 hours, school was over. Hinata and Naruto walked out hand in hand of the academy. Then, they saw their parents. "How was school, kids?" asked Hiashi and Nagato in a unison. "Great," said Hinata and Naruto. "How was the academics?" "I did teach you guys well," asked Conan with a wink. "Easy. We aced the pre-tests," said Hinata. "Piece of cake," said Naruto. "Well, let's go home guys," said Hitomi. Chapter 11 Elites, Demonic Chakra. Another 3 years later. Naruto and Hinata walked hand in hand to the academy. Naruto grew a few more inches and the height of a 12-year-old genin. His red hair was as bright as Kushina's, Conan always says. Hinata is the height of Naruto's shoulder. She always likes to rest her head on his shoulder. Hinata decided to grow out her hair. They already know the Cage Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Transformation Jutsu. They arrived inside the academy. Iruka and everyone else considered Naruto and Hinata prodigies. Naruto and Hinata were the only ones left. "Good morning, Iruka," they both nodded. "Okay, first I would like to see Shadow Clone Jutsu," said Iruka. "Iruka-sensei, I have too much chakra to even do a bushings. So Hokage Jiji told me to do cage bushings," said Naruto. Iruka stared at Naruto like he was a ghost. "What the hell? That's a Jonin technique," thought Iruka. "Shadow Clone Jutsu," said Hinata, she made 10 clones. "Cage Shadow Clone Jutsu," said Naruto, he made 100 solid clones. Iruka's mouth was open. "Okay, Transformation Jutsu," said Iruka. "Transform," said Naruto and Hinata. They turned into each other. Iruka's mouth hit the floor. Nobody has made that perfect transformations in so long. "You passed. You will meet your sensei tomorrow," stumbled Iruka. "We did it," said Hinata, who jumped and hugged Naruto. "I knew we could do it, Hinata-chan," Naruto said, hugging Hinata back. Both faces were red. "Let's go to the Uzumaki compound. I heard our parents were having tea there," said Naruto. "Yeah, let's go and show them Naru-kun," she said, letting go of Naruto. They both took one ninja headband. "Thanks, Iruka-sensei," they both said, running home hand in hand. "Crazy kids." Iruka sighed, watching his top students leave the academy early. Naruto and Hinata ran into the streets until some drunken guy ran into him. Both kids fell on their butts. The guy swung the whiskey bottle against Naruto's head. "Take that, demon brat," yelled the man. "Naruto-kun," yelled Hinata, holding Naruto's head. "Maybe you should join him too." Hinata screeched and protected her face. Then, all of a sudden, an amount of chakra hit Naruto. The man swung the whiskey bottle towards Hinata's head, but it hit Naruto's. The man's eyes widened. The side of Naruto's head started to bleed. He saw a floating boy with 2 black wings. With blue swirls in his eyes, lavender color behind it. The man was petrified when he heard Naruto roar. "Never touch or hit my mate or you will die," yelled Naruto in a demonic voice. He had Kurama's chakra. All the adult shinobi felt it. As soon as Conan, Nagato, Hitomi, and Hiashi felt it, they panicked. "Oh no," whispered Conan. "We got to run." "Hitomi, Hiashi lead the way," yelled Nagato. "Byakugan," they yelled. They ran out of the house and into the village. The Hokage felt it. He ran out of the Hokage office and jumped off the roofs. "Naruto-kun, what the hell happened that caused you to use that?" whispered Sarutobi. "You threaten my mate, you die," screamed Naruto. He lifted up his hand and a purple sphere of chakra was made. Brace and he was interrupted when Hinata hugged his back. Naruto-kun, don't do it. Yelled Hinata. She was sobbing into his back. All the shinobi there watching. Konan, Nagato, Hitomi and Hiashi stood there in awe. They were looking at Naruto's black wings with a purple sphere in his hand. I know he deserves it, but please. Don't do it. Hinata whispered. Naruto's hand went down cancelling the jutsu. He floated down to the ground. His black wings disappeared. He turned around looking into Hinata's eyes. He deactivated his bloodline and pushed Kurama's chakra back. Then he looked back at Hinata. She was looking up at him with tears in her eyes. Then, he reactivated his bloodline as his wings appeared and covered them. Then they started to spin. Nobody could see them, the parents ran in front of the 10-year-olds. When Hitomi, Hiashi, Konan, and Nagato got there, it disappeared. When Naruto opened up his wings, they were near the river, where 4 years ago, they went to talk. They were alone, Naruto closed his wings and they disappeared. Why? He asked. Why what? Asked Hinata still hugging him. Why did you stop me? Why do you always help me, if you know what I have then, why? Asked Naruto. You always help me, care about me, and another reason I see love you. She said, her face a deep shade of red, same with Naruto's. You mean it? He asked, his face was inches away from hers. With all my heart. She leaned in and they kissed passionately on the lips. When they broke apart, they were touching forehead to forehead. I love you too. Whispered Naruto. Naruto then hugged Hinata, she hugged him back. She started to cry tears of joy. For so long, she wanted this, for so long she waited. Now, it happened, she was so happy. Her head rested on his chest. She took a deep breath of his scent. Hinata eventually fell asleep. They leaned on the tree. Hinata was in between Naruto's legs, her back leaning on his chest. Naruto was playing with Hinata's hair while she was sleeping. His back leaned on the tree stump. Hinata started to stir, her eyes opened. She realized where she was. She looked up to see a smiling Naruto. She smiled back. Hey Hinaheim, so since we love each other, do you want to be my girlfriend? He asked still smiling. Hinata shook her head yes, she was shaken about the new nickname. Naruto leaned down and kissed her forehead. Hinata sighed. She wished this would never end. After another hour, the sun was setting. Come on, we have to go before our parents freak out. Said Naruto. Okay, but I think that's a bit too late. Naruto chuckled then, extended his black wings. Hinata looked at him amazed. Naruto, what happened? Asked Hinata touching the wings. It was as soft as a flower petal. 3 days ago, I was falling off a mountain. How? Well, long story short, I was practicing a jutsu and it teleported me off the Hokage mountain. I couldn't teleport back. So I activated my bloodline and my eyes shot off black chakra. So, I still have to ask Kurama Nai what's the black chakra? Said Naruto. What? Naruto-kun, does Konan-chan and Nagato-kun know? Asked Hinata. Naruto scratched the back of his neck. Well no. Said Naruto. Naruto turned Hinata and held her waist tight. They both blushed a crimson red. Naruto started flapping his wings and headed into the Uzumaki compound. Naruto saw his mother with her paper wings and his father with his Rinnegan activated and floating. Naruto-kun. Hinata-chan. They yelled while flying over to them, they hugged him and Hinata. Then, Konan smacked Naruto's head. Naruto rubbed his head. What the hell was that for Ka-chan? Well 1, for not telling us you had wings. 2 for using Kurama's chakra and 3 for being stupid. Last, for not telling us you made it. Said Konan with a smile. Naruto, what the hell happened that made you use Kurama's chakra? Oh and, how the hell did you get the wings? Yelled Nagato. Naruto told them what happened and how he got the wings. Hey kid, I figure out what happened and the black chakra you might want to bring your little vixen and your parents, it's pretty big. Said a nervous Kurama. Naruto's face went crimson and Kurama laughed. Everyone looked at Naruto's face while he was blushing. Ever since the day he and Kurama met, they gotten pretty close. They agreed to take the seal off when Naruto matured so it doesn't hurt him. Naruto changed his landscape to a forest with a lake and a hill. Kurama loved the landscape. It even had animals for Kurama to eat. Hachan, Tusan, Hinaheim, something happened and Kurama Nai is a bit nervous. He said it was important. Said Naruto, he shifted in the air slightly. Okay, we should get back to the house. Hitomi-chan and Hiashi is worried about Hinata-chan. Said Konan. They entered the house. Naruto forgot that he still had wings and walked into the house. Hinata. Yelled together. I was with Naruto-kun, we were at our secret river. They nodded knowing where it is. They looked over at Naruto. When did you have wings? Asked Hitomi, their eyes widened. Naruto explained what happened. Well, everyone sit down please. Kurama Nai has news about my new chakra. Said Naruto. Everyone nodded and sat down. Hinata sat down next to Naruto and held his hand. "We're ready, Kurama," said Naruto. "Okay kid, I'm coming out. You will be able to hear me," said Kurama. Naruto's seal started to glow. He opened up his eyes and it was red. Okay, when Kit was practicing Minato's jutsu. He can feel negative feelings now. Something happened with his chakra system when he flashed off the mountain. The black chakra came out. I went to the seal and figured out that Minato and Kushina's chakra were in the seal. The black chakra was dark, I'm not sure what it was, but it was dark. Though his elements was the dark chakra, wind, and the green, representing the leaves. Everyone sighed. I'm still going to check out Kit's chakra system. Thanks to this, I can ask Shinigami to teach him because he owes me from last game. Goodbye. Said Kurama. Naruto's eyes changed from red to blue. He looked up to see everyone staring at him. Naruto scratched the back of his neck with his other hand and chuckled. "Naruto, you know that this is dangerous, right?" asked Nagato. "Yes, Tsunade. I am ready," said Naruto. Hinata squeezed his hand tighter. Naruto looked up at Hinata, she had worry in her eyes. Naruto reassured her with a smile. "Now, you two need to get to bed, you have a long day ahead of you," said Hitomi. They nodded. Naruto hugged Hinata and kissed her cheek. Everyone was surprised since they didn't know they were dating. Naruto waved goodbye to Hinata and her parents when they left. He walked to the kitchen to find Nagato and Konan. "So, how's Hinata-chan?" teased Konan. "Ha-chan," said embarrassed Naruto. "Okay, Naruto, you should go to bed. We still need to figure out what those eyes of yours can do," said Nagato. "Okay, Tsunade." He walked up to his room, brushed his teeth, and changed to his pajamas. Once he lay in bed, all he could think about is Hinata. Next morning. Naruto and Hinata were walking hand in hand back to the academy. They were excited to meet their new sensei. Once they entered the building, they saw all the heirs with Sakura. Hinata and Naruto trudged up the steps until the Uchiha decided to open his mouth. "Dope. Eh? Why do you say that?" Naruto asked, with an eyebrow up. "If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid," Sasuke said with a victorious smirk as Kiba yelled burn in the corner. "Prick. Why do you say that?" "Well, Uchiha, your family tree is a cactus because everybody on it is a prick." Kiba then yelled OHHHH. Everyone boy laughed as Sakura and Ino glared at him. Sasuke's victorious smirk full as he also glared at the boy. He turned and was about to leave the room so he could go to the bathroom, but as he was at the door he heard the Uzumaki. "Do you have to leave so soon? I was just about to poison the tea," Naruto said in a Michini accent as he also made a mocked hurt look. Everyone was silent as they heard a giggle next Naruto. Little Hinata was giggling behind her hand, making her look cute. After everyone heard the giggle they couldn't take it anymore, full-blown laughter echoed the hallways as the last Uchiha left the room because he couldn't think of a comeback. Soon, Haruka walked in with Sasuke as the Uchiha sat down near the window brooding. Haruka started a speech about how the ninja world is. "So good luck all of you and may Kami-sama be at your side. Now, here we go on the teams." Team 1 they waited for their names to be called. Okay, next on team 8 is Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, Sai your sensei is Kakashi Haddock. Sai and Sasuke were quiet while Sakura squealed. "Ino HMPT she couldn't be with her Sasuke-kun. Take that Ino pig." "Yeah whatever forehead, Sasuke-kun is still mine." Team 9 is Shino Broom, Mina Hyuga and Kiba Inuzuka, your sensei is Kurina Yuhi. They were all silent. Team 10 will be Ino Yamanaka, Choji Akamichi and Shikamaru Nara, your sensei is Asuma Saratobi. "What? I get the one who eats 24/7 and the lazy ass," yelled Ino. "Troublesome blonde," said Shikamaru. Ino glared at him while Choji keeps eating his chips. Haruka-sensei, what about Hina-chan and I?" the Uzumaki asked looking at his sensei. "Well, it says you two are promoted to elite genins, so you will be going around training with each team. For now, it says you will be joining Kakashi Haddock today," Haruka said with a proud smile as he looked at his surrogate brother. Naruto nodded, as did Hinata. 1 hour later. Sasuke was brooding in the corner. Sakura stared at him with hearts in her eyes in LA land. Sai was sitting on the ground, drawling. Naruto was becoming annoyed as Hinata was playing with Naruto's hand. "Okay that's it, Rabendaheim let's prank him," said Naruto getting up. "Lavender Princess. That sounds fun boo. What should we do?" said a mischief Hinata. "Well we need." After an hour they finished. They sat there, waiting for their sensei. After 30 minutes their sensei arrived at the front door, he had a mask covering his face and his gray hair slanted into one angled direction. He was reading an orange book that was called Icha Icha on the cover. He walked in to find a dusted eraser fell on top of his head. He looked up to find a tall boy with red hair and whiskers across his face, holding hands with a tall girl that reaches up to his shoulder with dark bluish hair. Her head was lying on top of his shoulder. That all you got?" asked Kakashi, amused by them. "Nope," they said in unison with a smile. Naruto pushed a button, it activated the seals. The seal that was planted next to the door activated, it shot out mud at Kakashi. The feathers came out, it was sticking onto Kakashi's skin. Kakashi's eyes widened, Kurama couldn't stop laughing at the Jonin's face. It was priceless. Hinata and Naruto couldn't keep it in anymore. They fell on the ground laughing. Sakura was looking at them horrified of what has happened. Sasuke wasn't paying attention and kept on brooding, as Sai had a creepy smile on his face. "I can't believe I fell for that," thought Kakashi. "My first impression of you, I hate you. Meet me up at training ground 7. In 10 minutes. He said and left. "Now look at what you two did," yelled the pink banshee as Naruto and Hinata covered their ears. Hinata left the room leaving a pile of leaves as Naruto left the room leaving nothing. Which surprised everyone in the room. It was either leaves or a pile of smoke. Naruto has created a different Shushin, which is very hard. Sasuke and Sai went through the window as the pink cat went through the stairs. Once everyone, without Sakura, was there, they were sitting on the ground in a circle with a clean Kakashi. "Hey, where is Pinky?" It's been 9 min before Kakashi could finish. The door swung open, revealing a panting pink-headed girl. Everyone depended on this, while their sweat dropped on the back of their heads. She just ran through 6 flight of stairs. Everyone thought as they were tearing off the gaze of the pink cat and turned towards their sensei. "Okay. That was ya, say what are your name, hobbies, your dream, dislikes, and what you like," said Kakashi. "You should go first," Sakura said. As she joins the circle sitting next to Sasuke. "Okay, I am Kakashi Haddock. I like a lot of things, I don't like some things, and my dreams are really none of your business," said Kakashi. All but Naruto's sweat dropped. "You are Kakashi Haddock, likes to read perverted icha books, you usually are late for a lot of things because you go to the stone. Where you visit Obito, Rin, and Minato Namikaze," Naruto said bluntly. Kakashi's eyes almost fell out of his sockets. "That's Naruto. What the hell happened? His hair, his length is up to my shoulder. The hell happened to him? How does he know so much about me?" thought Kakashi. "Okay, the pink banshee," Kakashi said, earning a glare from the girl. "Okay, I'm Sakura Haruno, I like," turns to Sasuke and squeals. "My hobbies is," turns to Sasuke and squeals a bit louder. "My dream is to have a family." Turns to Sasuke with a red beet face as he groans, "I hate Naruto and Ino Pig." She yelled the last on as everyone's sweat dropped, also holding their ears. "Okay, next is vampire," he said, pointing at Sai, who had a creepy smile on his face. "Hello, I'm Sai. I like drawing and my dream is to be an exceptional shinobi," he said, having his hand. "Okay, next emo duck ass." Naruto and Kakashi snickered, earning a glare for Kakashi as Hinata swatted her hand on Naruto's head. "I am Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like a lot of things. I don't like everything is my dream. No ambition is to restore my clan and to kill a certain man." Earning a eye roll from Naruto as the rest of the group depended. "Of course, I get an Avenger. Sai, I am even forced to pass them because of the Uchiha. Well, the 3. Great, my team is an Avenger, anti-socialist, and a fangirl. Best team ever." Kakashi thought as sarcasm dripped off the very end. "It's your turn, Cherry," said Kakashi. A vein popped out of Naruto's head, showing his annoyance. "I am Naruto Uzumaki. I love my adoptive parents Nagato and Konan Uzumaki and Rabenda Haim." Kakashi raised an eyebrow. "Who is this Rabenda Haim?" Kakashi thought. "I am heir of the Uzumaki clan, and Anathera's. I am not telling the second clan. I usually train with my parents or my auntie Anko, Kurama, or Rabenda Haim. I like ramen and learning. I dislike people who judge people by their looks and people who give up easily. My dream is to have a family and become the best shinobi across the nations," said Naruto as Hinata blushed a bright red. Kakashi's eyes widened. What the hell? Hibi-chan has a nephew. He is the son of Nagato and Konan, SS rank ninjas. He knows about the Kyuubi too. Who the hell is Kurama? Thought Kakashi. "Okay, your turn Rabenda Haim," said Kakashi as Naruto glared at the man. "I'm Hinata Hyuga, my parents are Hiashi and Hitomi Hyuga. I am heiress of the Hyuga clan. I love my boo, cinnamon buns, and training. My senseis are Enko sensei and Konan sensei. I like learning and training. I train with boo, my senseis, and my father trains me too. I also dislike people who judge on how they look like. My dream is to become one of the best kunoichi in Konoha and have a family," she said. Naruto smiled up at her, she smiled up at him. "So 2 prodigies, about low chunin level," thought Kakashi. "So, we introduced ourselves, we will get on with test. The test is tomorrow, don't eat breakfast, you will throw up. Come by at 6 AM," said Kakashi while leaving. "Hinata, remember when Fuzzball said that I can sense negative feeling?" Hinata laughed when Naruto referred Kurama as Fuzzball. Fuzzball, you've got 5 seconds before I beat you up and eat you, yelled Kurama. Come on Kurama-nai, it's just a joke. Yes, I do remember Naruto-kun, why do you ask? Asked Hinata. Well, my Hina-hime, he was lying, so you should eat food tomorrow. Actually, do you want a breakfast date? We can go out for cinnamon buns. Said Naruto, walking to Hinata and sitting next to her. He leaned in close to her face. Sounds good, Naru-kun. Said Hinata, getting closer to Naruto's face. They both went forward and were kissed. Then, Naruto slipped his tongue into Hinata's mouth. Hinata gladly returned the favor. Before they knew it, they were making out. When they parted, they looked at each other's eyes. I love you. Said Naruto, kissing Hinata's forehead. I love you too. Hinata said, cuddling up onto Naruto's chest. They soon fell asleep, but little did they know, there was a little pervert taking photos of them. I shouldn't say little, no, there was a super pervert taking photos of them. They woke up and went home to find the super pervert writing a book. Next day. Naruto and Hinata went and got cinnamon buns. Hinata had to get them because the owner yelled at him to get out. They went to training ground 7 and 8. They looked over at the pink cat who was drooling. You aren't supposed to eat. She screeched as Naruto and Hinata covered their ears. They were waiting for Kakashi. After 2 hours he arrived, he was holding 2 bells in his hands. First I will test the 3 genins, as then I test you too. He said as he threw out 2 bells. Sorry, I don't want to type this part. Sasuke and Sai were given bentos as Sakura was tied up and was starving. Sasuke, you need to learn how to work with your other teammates. Sai, you can't just run in a tree like, you will die. Sakura, really, you were beaten with, and B-rank Jinjutsu. Now, you two better not give Sakura any food. Kakashi said as he turned his attention to the couple. You will have to get these from me. This is called a bell test, if you don't get the bells from me in 2 hours, you will be sent back to the academy. Since there are only 2 of you, there are enough bells. The reason why there are only 2 of you is because the Hokage knows how powerful you are. I would like to see this myself. He said. Naruto and Hinata already figured it out. It was obvious that this is a teamwork test. They nodded at Kakashi. But any questions? No, okay, ready set go. He said. They left into the forest, Hinata and Naruto made a plan. Kakashi pulled out his Icha novel. Naruto left a cage bushin. Kakashi didn't know, he thought it was the real Naruto. Apparently he's not a prodigy after all. What an idiot coming at a jonin right off the bat. Thought an amused Kakashi. Come and fight me, Kakashi-sensei. Yelled the bushin. Did you say something, Naruto? Asked Kakashi, not hearing him. A vein of a noise popped out of the bushin's head. The clone ran to Kakashi, punching his face. Or tried to at least. Kakashi turned around when Naruto landed. Kakashi aimed at Naruto's butt. 1,000 years of death. Said Kakashi, sticking his fingers into Naruto's butt. Naruto and Hinata both cringed at this. Naruto was sent into the air, he was about to land in the water until he puffed out of existence. Huh? Said Kakashi. He was surprised that Naruto can make a cage bushin. That's a Jonin level technique. Naruto and Hinata, Konoha has 1 number unpredictable ninjas. Thought Kakashi. He chuckled a little at the thought. That didn't last long, Naruto and Hinata came out. Naruto and Hinata activated their bloodline, but Naruto's eyes were hurting. He ignored it and went on with the fight. Hinata looked at Naruto, she could see with her Byakugan what's happening. She saw black chakra creep into his bloodline. She was worried for her Naruto's safety. Everyone sitting down watched in awe as they watched the couple charged at the Jonin. What the hell is that? I have never seen a bloodline like that before. Shouted Kakashi in his mind. Now that hurt Kakashi-sensei. Said Naruto with a smirk. He was about to do a jutsu. Then, leaves came from all directions swirling in the air. It took the shape of 2 fox heads with 9 tails, 1 each head. Kakashi's eyes widened, he put his book away and did a few hand signs. 9 tails, Kitsune Koyo. 9 tails, fox leaves, Naruto said. The fox's mouths opened and a bunch of leaves shot out. Thanks for making that jutsu for me, kid. I figured out what is the black chakra, I will tell you later. It has something to do with your bloodline. Said Kurama. No problem, Kurama-nai. Oh, and thank you. Said Naruto. As soon as the leaves hit Kakashi, he used the transformation jutsu. When the leaves fell, all they saw was a log. Logs are ninjas' best friends. Thought Naruto. He smiled as Hinata found Kakashi quickly with her Byakugan. 8 trigram 64 palms. Said Hinata. She hit Kakashi's chakra points. Kakashi looked up at his students. You win. He said. Hinata reopened his chakra points. With her Byakugan still active, she looked at Naruto. Naruto was clutching his eyes. He kept rubbing them like he did when he got his bloodline. Hinata could see black chakra with his eyes. It activated his wings. Sigh for the first time in years, his expression turns from awe to shocked, as did Sasuke and Sakura. They saw his black wings. Naruto's eyes turned black. Kakashi did what anyone would do, stare. Hit. The black chakra is not good. It's demonic and has. Go to Konan and Nagato. Okay Kurama Nai. Stuttered Naruto. Kurama demonic chakra need help Naruto said as he stumbled forward to Kakashi's arms. Kakashi looked down as his jonin jacket was now bloodied. Everyone. You are now dismissed, Hinata, come with me and show me where he lives now. She knew and led him to the Uzumaki compound to find Konan and Nagato outside. They rushed over to Kakashi as he put Naruto on the ground. Hinata held his hand while she was crying. Naruto's breaths were staggered and short. All he saw was darkness as he felt his father's touch. Demonic dark chakra system not Kurama Nai's Naruto got out as he entered his mindscape. Konan and Nagato looked closer to see his eyes pitched black. They rushed Naruto to the hospital. As news broke out, Sarutobi, Jiraiya, Hitomi and Hiashi heard what happened to Naruto. They immediately went to the hospital. Once everyone was there, Naruto's seal started to glow. His eyes opened, black, with a slit of red. Hello, I see everyone is here. This chakra it's demonic it's dark it felt like Shinigami's before I was sealed. I asked Shinigami about this, he said that this chakra was some of his own. He said the kitty made black chakra in his eyes is slowly poisoning him. He said not even I can help him. The chakra will actually hurt him, even burn him. I also found another chakra. As part of this ability, Kid can move leaves due to the Namika's bloodline. Everyone's eyes widen, Hinata cries into Naruto's chest. Jiraiya nodded, he knew what to do. Hinata, do you want to save your boyfriend? Asked Jiraiya. Of course I do. Said Hinata. Well go and pack, there's one person who could save Naruto, and that is Tsunade. She is the best medical doctor in the world. She is also one of the 3 legendary senins like me. Said Jiraiya. Mother, father, please let me go, I want to find the woman who can save. Naruto-kun. Begged Hinata. Hiashi sighed, Hitomi just smiled. Yes, get home and get ready, you will be leaving today. Said Hiashi with a smile. Hinata ran and hugged him and her mother. She walked up to Naruto and whispered in his ear. Please come back to me Naruto-kun. I love you. She said and kissed his forehead. She left with nothing but leaves behind. She packed and met Jiraiya at the front gate. You ready Gaki? Asked Jiraiya. Yes, Iro-sanin. Jiraiya sighed, Hinata laughed. Ever since Naruto came up with that nickname she always used it with Jiraiya. Chapter 12 Tsunade, Naruto's eyes. 10 days later. They walked to the village. They went into a bar, Jiraiya pulled out a piece of paper with a photo of Tsunade. On the bottom it said, legendary sucker. Hinata looked at it and laughed. They walked in the bar to find the girl on the picture sitting down drinking sake. There was a girl sitting next to her holding a pig. Tsunade-sama please, let's goes home. Asked the girl holding the pig. Shizune, come on drink a little. You need to loosen up. Said Tsunade. Iro-sanin look. Said Hinata. Would you stop calling me that Gaki? Yelled Jiraiya. Hinata and Jiraiya walked to the table. Hey, Tsunade Haim. Shizune is that you have grown to quite a girl. Said Jiraiya. That you Master Jiraiya. Said Shizune. What do you want Jiraiya? Ask me out on another date. You already know the answer to that. Said Tsunade. No. Tsunade we need your help. Said Jiraiya being serious. Tsunade never seen this part of Jiraiya. No. She said. Tsunade-sama please. Please save Naruto-kun. Begged Hinata. Shizune looked over at Hinata. Where did I hear that name from thought Tsunade. Why? Why should I go back to that hellhole? They took everything from me. Roared Tsunade. Because Naruto is your godson damn it Tsunade. Yelled Jiraiya. Tsunade and Shizune's eyes widen in shock. Naru is still alive. Tsunade thought. And guess what Tsunade? His dream is to be Hokage. So are you going to let Nawaki and Dan's dream die out? Yelled Jiraiya. Now Tsunade was crying. He can't be alive. I was told that Naru died. That my godson died. Is this some sick joke Jiraiya? Accused Tsunade. Jiraiya's expression softened. He looked down at his love, he bent down and held her. Tsunade flinched but didn't move from his touch, instead she cried into his chest as Jiraiya whispered soothing words. Soon, Tsunade calmed down and thanked Jiraiya. She looked at him. Can you show me a picture? She said softly, with tears still coming down. Jiraiya nodded and pulled out a picture of him. He looked like Minato with red hair. She trembled as she reached for the photo. She held the photo in her hands and wept but wasn't tears of sadness but joy. She was happy that her grandson was alive. She got up and looked at Jiraiya and Hinata and smiled. So when do we leave? 5 days later. They arrived in Konoha. They walked into the hospital into Naruto's room. They all gasped, Hinata ran over to Naruto crying. Naruto had cords all around him. His eyes were wrapped and covered in blood. There were also bandages wrapped all over his body. Hinata cried into Naruto's bandaged chest. Tsunade and Shizune gasped at Naruto's wings. Konan and Nagato told them what happened. They all gasped. Tsunade looked over at Konan and Nagato. "So who are you?" asked Tsunade. "We are Naruto's adoptive parents. May we ask who are you and her?" asked Nagato. "I'm Naruto's godmother. I'm here to help him. Before you say anything, I was told that Naru-kun had died from the ceiling, which reminds me, who told me that shit said my godson had passed," yelled a very angry Tsunade. Which was heard throughout the elemental nations. Nagato and Konan were now pissed. "It was probably the civilian council, but I will deal with it later," grumbled Jiraiya. "Dead in line, Jiraiya. Oh, and that is Shizune, Naru's aunt," said Tsunade. She walked over and took off the bandages on his chest. Shizune and Tsunade gasped. They saw Naruto's scars. Tsunade and Shizune looked at Naruto, a few tears came out. They started healing him. When they finished healing his body, they were about to do his eyes. Sadly, the scars wouldn't heal. Tsunade took off the bandages and saw eyes staring at them. They say plain black eyes. Tsunade and Shizune gasped, they never seen this before. "What the hell happened?" asked a frantic Tsunade. She started healing his eyes. His eyes changed back to his Kekkei Genkai. Tsunade gasped again, she has never seen a bloodline like this. Then, Naruto stirred, he was waking up. He shot out of bed breathing hard. The last this he remembered was seeing his parents. Hinata, Konan and Nagato ran and hugged Naruto. "What the where am I? Why am I here?" asked Naruto. Hinata told him everything. Naruto nodded in understanding. Then, he saw his wings, he made them disappear. "Where the hell is he?" came a very loud woman's voice. Everyone looked curious at the door while Naruto suddenly felt afraid. They looked at Naruto's face to see his sun-touched skin, pale. He knew that voice and the tone like the back of his hand. The door slammed open, and there stood Anko in her usual clothing looking vivid. Tsunade and Shizune stared at the strange woman as she marched right up to Naruto. "Hey Auntie Anko, how are you doing?" She pointed a finger right at him. "Don't you Auntie Miyugaki. I come back from a nice easy mission and you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to relax, go to the hot springs, maybe go to the bar, eat some dango, but you know what I hear from Kashi-kun. I heard what happened and ran here as fast as I can. He told me everything," yelled Anko. She continued the ranting until Konan calmed her down. The snake mister sighed. She went up and hugged Naruto tight. "But, I am glad that you are alright, Gaki," she said and ruffled though his hair. Anko then hit his head. Naruto clutched at his head. "Ever do anything else, I will be the one to put you in the hospital," threatened Anko. Naruto's face paled, everyone else sweat dropped. Then, Kurama was calling him. Tsunade stepped forward. She took off her necklace and put it around Naruto's neck. "Just one last time. For Nawaki and Dan's dream to be reincarnated. Kami, please let his dream come true," Tsunade thought, thinking of Nawaki and Dan. She came down and hugged him. "I'm so sorry for not being there for you," Tsunade cried. "I was told you died at the ceiling. I hope you can forgive me, Naruto-kun," said Tsunade. Naruto hugged her too. "It's okay Ba-chan, I'm not mad. So when do I get out of the hospital?" asked Naruto, earning an I'm tick mark off Tsunade's head. Everyone chuckled nervously. "Okay," said Naruto. He looked over to find a woman standing right next to him, holding out her hand. "Naruto, I am Shizune, your aunt. I was Minato's cousin. I never thought he had family. I wish I was there to help Kushina," said Shizune looking down. Naruto hugged her, she hugged him too. "Okay, Aunt Shizune, it's alright," said Naruto. "You will get out in a couple of days. I will analyze your Kekkei Genkai to see what's happening. Now, you need to get some rest Gaki," said Tsunade, earning a tick mark from Naruto. Everyone started walking out. Nagato and Konan kissed Naruto's head. Hitomi hugged him while ruffling through his hair. Hiashi smiled and left with his wife, while Tsunade and Shizune hugged him and left. Hinata hugged and kissed him on the lips. She started to head out until she felt someone grab her arm. Naruto pulled her into his bed while smiling. Hinata gasped at his sudden act and smiled. Naruto bent down and kissed her. They both smiled in the kiss. Naruto then deepened the kiss. He licked her lips asking for an entrance. Hinata gladly accepted. She moaned in the kiss. After about 10 minutes they separated. Naruto's red hair was sticking up, as Hinata's was too, disoriented. Hinata was about to get up until Naruto put one of his arms around her waist. "Please stay," he asked in a soft voice. Hinata smiled and nodded, causing Naruto to smile. She cuddled up against him. She got comfortable and rested her head on his chest. Naruto sighed. He loved Hinata and loved her being around him. "I love you my Hina-hime," said Naruto dozing off. "I love you too my Naru," she said and fell asleep. Naruto and Hinata's parents walked in and took pictures. Jiraiya smiled and started writing something in his notes. Conan and Hitomi walked up to him and cracked. "Put any of our children in your perverted books, you will have to answer to us," whispered Conan in her demonic voice so she wouldn't disturb the children. Jiraiya gulped. Everyone soon left the room where the two children slept peacefully that night. Chapter 13 Mission to the Land of Waves. 5 weeks later. Naruto and Hinata just finished capturing the demon cat mission. They didn't know why the cat was a demon. As soon as Naruto saw the cat, Tora jumped into his arms. Kakashi told them to meet him. After an hour they met at the Hokage Tower. They saw teammate Sasuke stood there by the door. When he saw Naruto and Hinata walk in, he grunted and turned around the other way. "We're going on a mission," Kakashi announced. "It will be our first big mission. We have to guard a man named Tsunade, who is a master bridge builder, on his way back to his home country of the wave. We are all going to have to work together to get this done." Naruto and Hinata were excited by the idea and started chattering with each other about the mission, but Sasuke was not happy about having to work with everyone and scowled. "Why do I have to work with them?" he thought angrily. "I am an Avenger. I should be focusing on training, not protecting stupid bridge builders with people I hate." Sakura was excited too. She was looking forward to working closely with Sasuke and she scooted a bit closer to him, but he shot her a glare when he noticed and moved away. Now it was Sakura's turn to scowl and she pushed Sai away from her, who had moved closer when Sasuke had moved away. "When do we get to meet the person we're guarding?" Naruto asked excitedly. "He's going to meet us at the gate when we leave," Kakashi replied. "Everyone needs to go pack and meet me at the gate in an hour because that's when we will be leaving. Do you understand?" "Yes, Kakashi-sensei," all the young ninja chorused, then Kakashi grinned at them with his single eye going all squinty and waved before disappearing in a pile of leaves. Naruto immediately turned to Hinata. "Let's go get ready." They disappeared too and Sakura grinned internally. "This is my chance," she thought excitedly. Sidling up to Sasuke, Sakura asked, "Hey, Sasuke, do you think that you might?" "Oh, get ready," Sasuke interrupted, annoyed. "I don't have time to deal with you." Then he disappeared and Sakura ran off, pouting, to get her gear ready. Sai was the last person left, so he shrugged and left to get packed as well. In an hour, they all met back up at the gate where Kakashi and an old man were waiting for them. Upon seeing them, Sakura shouted out, "Is that the guy we're supposed to be guarding? He's so old." "Sakura. That's not nice." Hinata scolded her. The old man ignored the insult, instead taking another drink from a bottle he was holding. "This is Tsunade," Kakashi explained. "He's hired us to take him back to the country of Wave. I thought I hired real ninjas, not kids. The pink banshee looks like a slut, the pale one looks like a scrawny vampire, and the duck butt over there looks like a weak princess. The only promising ones is over there." Tsunade said angrily as he pointed to Naruto and Hinata. "Just let us prove it to you." Sakura shouted right after her and the two stood with their fists clenched angrily. "This is so stupid," Sasuke thought angrily. "Even our client doesn't want us to be here. They may be young, but they may be stupid," earning incredulous looks from Team C, Sasuke Sakura Sai, "but they are very capable ninjas," Kakashi said to Tsunade, who grunted in response and took another drink from his bottle. Turning to his students, he said, "It will be a long walk, so I hope everyone is prepared." They all nodded and Naruto shouted exuberantly, "Let's go." The group started walking, Sai and Sasuke in the very front with Sakura right behind Sasuke, then Tsunade in the middle, followed by Naruto and Hinata, who were holding hands without anyone else noticing. Kakashi brought up the rear, keeping an eye on everyone in the surrounding area, and he smiled a little under his mask when he saw that Naruto and Hinata's hands were clasped. After a few hours of walking, everyone started to get tired, but nobody complained. No one wanted to ask for a break in case it made them appear like they were weak. As they were walking down the road, they stepped past a puddle that was in the middle of the path, but nobody except Kakashi paid it any mind. After they had passed the puddle, a head slowly rose out of it and then a body followed it. When the person was fully out of the puddle he launched an attack against the back of the group. Another person darted out as well and together they whipped a spike chain that was connected between the two of them around Kakashi and pulled it tight. The others had turned around at the sudden noise and horror came over their faces as they saw their teacher disappear in a red mist that looked like blood. "Kakashi-sensei!" Sakura screamed. The two enemy ninja laughed. "We are the demon brothers," one of them said. "And you will be next," the other one sneered. "Prepare to follow after your teacher." Sai backed up in front of Tsunade and drew a kunai. "Be careful and stay behind me," he warned the old man. Sakura, recovering from her initial fright, jumped next to him. "We must complete this mission for Kakashi-sensei's sake," she thought. "We must protect the bridge builder." The demon brothers swung the spike chain that connected the two of them at the group, but Hinata threw a well-aimed shrunken at it, pinning it to a tree. Angrily, the enemy ninja tried to free their crane, but it was stuck fast, and Sasuke sent a few extra kunai into the chain to keep it further secured against the tree. Seeing that their long-reach chain was no longer working, the demon brothers moved in to attack in close quarters. One ran toward Sakura and Sai standing guard in front of Tsunade, only to be intercepted by Sasuke. The other ran towards Hinata, who stood her ground and prepared to fight, but Naruto jumped in front of her. "Naruto!" Hinata yelled. "You don't have to do that. I can fight." "No. Hinata, I can't lose you too." Naruto whispered that part when he turned back to give her a reassuring smile. She saw that his eyes were shining with power. Both Naruto and Sasuke were doing well in their individual battles against the demon brothers, but the enemy ninja were more experienced and started wearing them down. The Konoha ninjas started to breath heavily, while the demon brothers appeared unaffected by the ongoing fight, and Naruto and Sasuke started moving slower, while their opponents almost moved faster. Just as the demon brothers looked like they were gaining the upper hand, Kakashi reappeared behind them and thrust a kunai into each of their backs, killing them instantly. "Kakashi-sensei!" Sakura yelled, relief in her voice. "You're alive. We thought you were dead." Hinata exclaimed. "No, I am very much alive," Kakashi assured them. "I knew they were there, but I wasn't expecting them to attack so quickly. I'm impressed with the way you dealt with them, everyone. You should all be congratulated on your performance under pressure." The group cheered up considerably at that. Naruto and Hinata hugged each other, while Sasuke flipped his hair pridefully, and Sakura and Sai grinned with lunatics for their success. The mood dulled a little, however, when Naruto let out his wings, scaring the shit out of Tsunade as he started walking towards him. Naruto fixed him with a piercing glare that made the Kurama smile, crying in tears of happiness. Naruto let out a little dark chakra, changing his newfound eyes to the color black, with a purple-blue uzumaki swirl, as his whisker marks grew more defining, as his wings had gotten bigger. Everyone started at Naruto in awe, but Tsunade who was too afraid. "I think it's time to clear a few things up. Would you mind telling us why you're being attacked by ninjas?" This chapter was made by my beta FAR2 Addicted, edited by me. It was at least semi-peaceful as the group once again headed down the path, with Sasuke in the front, scouting the way, then Sakura and Sai, then Tsunade, then Naruto and Hinata, sneakily holding hands, and finally Kakashi bring up the rear. Each person was lost in their own thoughts about the battle that had just taken place. Naruto was, after all, the only one of the group that had seen any real combat before, but it was his first battle after graduating to Genin, and against foes who were ninja, so he, too, was strangely thoughtful. The only one truly alert was Kakashi, whose eyes shifted back and forth constantly. Everyone was so thoughtful that the ninja at the front didn't even notice the huge blade whistling through the air until Kakashi yelled, "Look out." The Genin and Tsunade fell flat on the ground just in time, and the sword passed right over their heads and stuck into the bark of a tree. Sasuke immediately jumped up, eager to prove himself better than Naruto, who he felt had shown him up in the fight earlier. "Who is it? I want to fight him." Sai jumped up as well, saying, "No, I want to fight him." "Stop it, both of you. We are in a battle, this is no laughing matter. You could die right now." Naruto lectured. "Neither of you is going to fight him." Both boys turned back to him, stunned expressions on their faces. "What do you mean?" "I am an Uchiha," Sasuke angrily said, though cut off by Hinata. "Yes, we all know you are an Uchiha." Hinata rolled her eyes. "But you will not get everything you want in this world, you spoiled asshole." "Stop bickering. Neither one of you enough experience," Kakashi said. Just then, a ninja with a mask over the lower portion of his face appeared at the tree and yanked the blade out of the bark. "I know who you are. Kakashi, the copy ninja from Konoha." He turned to Naruto and gasped. You are Naruto Uzumaki, Konoha's death angel," Zabuza said with his mouth gaped. "I am," Kakashi and Naruto answered. Naruto, stepping in between the enemy ninja and his allies. "And I know who you are. You're Zabuza, the demon of the hidden mist, and a wanted criminal." Naruto started glaring at the man. The man who killed all his classmates in order to pass his genuine exam. Zabuza started to laugh, shaking up the younger genins, Sasuke, Sakura and Sai, as the rest looked at him in disgust. "Yes, I am. Though, I am surprised if the younger generation knows me." He chuckled as he released some Kai-killing intent. All the genin, but Naruto and Hinata as Konan forced them to memorize the bingo book, gasped at that. Naruto felt Hinata reach up and grab the cuff of his sleeve, and he looked back at her, then wrapped an arm around her shoulders. "This is my lovely Rabendaheim Lavender Princess," Naruto introduced, ignoring all the Kai as if it was nothing. "Kakashi, I assume you got this?" Naruto asked, earning a nod from Kakashi. Sakura and Sai stood in front of Tsunade with kunai drawn, and Naruto stood in front of them, one arm flung out in front of Hinata, who was also clutching a knife. Sasuke, however, took a step forward and yelled to their teacher. "Kakashi!" he yelled. I need to fight strong people so I can get stronger. Let me fight him. I need to test my power," demanded the arrogant Uchiha. "No." Kakashi wasted a few precious moments to glare back at Sasuke and he took a few steps back at the power in the glare. "Remember, we are on a mission. Fulfill your duty to your village." Sasuke didn't like it, but he took a stance like the rest of the genins and pulled a kunai from his pouch. 5 sets of trained eyes and 1 panicked gaze trained on the battle about to commence. "You shouldn't look away from your opponent," Zabuza growled in a low voice and Kakashi whipped his head back around in just enough time to catch him making hand signs. "Hit and miss technique," he shouted and a mist started rising up and began to obscure the land around them. "I can't see anything," screamed the pink banshee as everyone covered their ears. "Everyone, stay where you are," Kakashi ordered and all the genin froze, their eyes straining to make out what was happening inside the mist cloud. "Ah, I know of this technique. Wind element. Spiraling blast," declared Naruto as he took a deep breath. Soon, a gush of wind left his gaped mouth, clearing the mist. "Thanks Naruto," yelled Kakashi. "Perhaps you should be paying more attention to me," Zabuza cried, swinging his sword at Kakashi, who deftly dodged it. This happened several times until Kakashi pulled out a kunai and chose to block with a knife instead, locking Zabuza's sword in place. With a grunt, Zabuza cast down his sword and started forming hand signs. Water clone jutsu. All of a sudden, there were 3 Zabuzas attacking Kakashi and he slashed one with his knife, but another one caught him and dragged him to the river that was close to the edge of the road, where the third was waiting. "Now," Zabuza boasted, "prepare to fall victim to my ultimate prison technique. Water prison Ju," but he was tackled from behind by Naruto, who had flown over on his black wings just as he was getting ready to invoke the jutsu, giving Kakashi just enough time to slash apart the second water clone. "I thought you said you had it Kakashi," Naruto said with some humor evident in his voice. "Yeah, about that," Kakashi said looking sheepish. Zabuza looked at Naruto's wings, it was majestic. "That's why they call him Konoha's death angel." The black wings he soon broke out of his trance. Water clone jutsu. While they were distracted, Zabuza summoned 2 more water clones and they both started to attack. At the clones, Kakashi yelled. "I'll deal with the main one." "Badya Kakashi-sensei," Naruto murmured before looking at Hinata. Turning back to Zabuza, Kakashi said, "So, it's just the 2 of us now." Zabuza cocked his head to the side. "Yes, it is. Be prepared because I am going to kill you, then all your little friends over there." Kakashi heaved a sigh. "I didn't really want to get serious with you, but I guess I have to now. No one threatens the lives of my students and gets away with it." Then he pushed his headband up off his eye, revealing the red Sharingan eye underneath. "You have a Sharingan eye?" Zabuza asked, surprised. "Yes, and I'm going to use it to beat you," Kakashi replied. "This is a jutsu that people only see once because they never live through it. Now that you've seen it, you're as good as dead." "That's bull Kakashi," yelled Naruto as Hinata used water style. Liquid bullet on the Zabuza clone, making him poof out of existence. Zabuza only laughed. "The kid's funny. But I have my own ultimate techniques, which I will use to beat you. Water clone jutsu." At the same time, Kakashi also formed the same hand signs and shouted, "Water clone jutsu." 2 clones were created, one of Kakashi and one of Zabuza, and they collided and burst apart into water. "That's a water jutsu," Zabuza exclaimed. "You come from the Fire Nation. How did you do it?" "Easy," Kakashi said in a bored tone. "I just copied you." The answer surprised Zabuza, but he refused to let it bother him. "Let's see you copy this, then." Water release. Great waterfall jutsu. But as soon as the water started to gather, Kakashi also yelled, "Water release. Great waterfall jutsu." And the 2 budding waterfalls cancelled each other out. "But you can't have done that," Zabuza exclaimed. "You've never seen me do it before." "But I did do it," Kakashi said back, still in a bored tone. "Well, I know you won't be able to copy the next one," Zabuza said as he started to form many hand signs in a row. "We'll see about that," Kakashi answered, starting to form the hand signs as well. Eventually, he got faster than Zabuza and was doing the hand signs ahead of him. "But that's impossible," Zabuza cried. "Is it?" Suddenly, from the riverbank, Hinata shouted, "I got them." Zabuza turned his head just a little bit to see that Naruto and Hinata had indeed taken out both of the water clones, and in that moment of distraction, Kakashi kicked him out of the water and he flew and hit a tree. Kakashi jumped up and followed Zabuza's path, pinning him to the tree and pulling out a kunai knife. But, just as he was about to slit Zabuza's throat, a senbon flew through the air and hit Zabuza in the neck and he immediately slumped over. Instantly, the attention of all the members of the group was focused on a hunter wearing a mask who was perched high in the branches of a tree nearby. "My apologies," the hunter said. "This man is a wanted criminal in my village. I do not intend to steal your victory from you, but this is ninja business from my village. You understand, of course. Yes, I do, Kakashi said slowly, standing up away from the motionless Abusa. Good. Thank you. The masked boy jumped down next to Kakashi, then almost tenderly picked Abusa up and jumped back up into the tree while carrying him. I take my leave of you now, Konoha shinobi. And then he disappeared, and Kakashi, Naruto, and Hinata was the only ones who was able to trace their path as they went with suspicious eyes. What if Naruto was direct descendant of Uzumaki bloodline? And thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content, then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down, and thanks for watching the video and see you guys in the next video.